This week on Poker After Dark.
So this show was seen in like 17 countries.
Friendly poker, boys and girls.
All right, if it's friendly, I'll play fine.
You know what they should be? Wannabe Sam Grizzle.
Might be kind of a small club.
He's a double-barrel liar.
I object to that.
You're a liar.
We already had a fight about this, a fist
Well,
fight.
we can have another one.
Well, there's an old saying, the only thing you need to play this game is a chip and a chair. But to sit down and win against the best, you need a whole lot more. Poker actually isn't about winning and losing. Poker's about making the right decision. You gotta know when to call, when to fold, and when to push all in. When luck shuts the door, you gotta come in through the window. And that's where the skill comes in. You gotta have the courage to bluff. Courage doesn't necessarily mean the absence of fear, but you gotta swallow that pride. You gotta throw your hand away when you know you're beat. When you're really on your game, you can look your opponent in the eye and you know if you've got him or you know if he's got you. It doesn't matter how good you are. Everything can change when those cards are in the air. We don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing. That's poker, folks.
Welcome to NBC's Poker After Dark. I'm Marianella. If you're looking for entertainment at the poker table, you've come to the right place. This week, 6 hecklers join us on Poker After Dark. Gavin Smith, the king of making prop bets. Sam Grizzle, a poker veteran with a quick wit and a quick temper. Jean Robert Bellande, former castaway on Survivor, and always one of the loudest players at the table. Mike Matusow, the self-proclaimed unluckiest poker player in the world.
Mouth.
Shawn Sheikhan, a heckler extraordinaire who loves to antagonize his opponents. And Phil Hellmuth, the player most capable of dodging bullets.
The brat.
It's incredible. Let's get the cards in the air.
Did you write that line?
All 6 of our hecklers start with 20,000 in chips and cash, blinds at 1 in 200.
Good luck, girls.
Yeah.
By the way, good luck bluffing me today, boys. They tried that yesterday.
I know, they got it all in yesterday. What did you do yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Remember, Mike? Mike
in
tried
that
to.
live
I
game,
limped
yeah.
in with ace queen. Gavin. I got to tell you this. I limped in with ace queen.
In the live game?
I limped in with ace queen. Mike raised it. It came 3-4-7. I checked. He bet. I called. A king. I checked. He bet. He called. A 6 on the river. I checked. He bet. I called.
Once
Ace,
again, he
queen
didn't
high.
limp in with ace queen.
3, 4, 6, 7 king.
Okay. I raised from the one hole. You might at least get the story right. I raised from the one hole with ace 10 of diamonds. Okay. Everybody folded.
You want to bet?
I bet you 10,000. I raised from the one hole and you called out a small blind. I get a $10,000 bet. You got to bet.
Let me think.
50,000.
Let's go. Let's play this
Deja
hand.
vu. I
No,
think
five,
I've heard
five,
this
five.
conversation
Let's
with you
make it
guys
five.
before.
Let's make it 5.
Seriously, this is like a flashback.
I better not bet you. 'Cause
Honestly.
It's possible. I
It's
smooth
exact
called him in the big
conversation
blind.
I've
You're
heard
right,
before.
Mike.
Small blind.
Yeah.
I raised right in the one hole. So when the board was
Sean's
3,
in the lead
4,
with 7s
6,
and
7
deuces.
kings,
Phil checks his
I
flush
was a
draw.
genius since he could beat ace 10 and ace jack. It was the only hand. Of course, I had that. But he was a big genius. But he also called me with king high for like 1,200 earlier. That wasn't a genius there.
Check it.
Or queen high against him.
Super.
I mean, when
Good.
when you call everything, you're a genius when you look good one time.
Check on the end, and Sheikhan wins the first pot.
Phil was talking about bluffing. You bluffed the first hand.
Busted clubs, Phil?
I like to bet under.
No draw.
I'll bet under the combusted club.
Yeah, no pair, no draw. Genius.
Hey, genius, throw your hand away.
If the king comes, it's broke. I swear to God, if the king comes, it's gonna go broke.
You had king jack or queen.
Yeah, king off. God, you can put a king out there first time busted.
He ain't gonna go broke. He's gonna lose like 1,200. But that,
He can dodge bullets, and you think you're going to get him with?
bullets.
You think you're going to get him with a
Look, I had a
king?
busted club flush draw. The reason I don't show it is because sometimes I'll lose a big pot with like 2 aces.
He's all yours, Sam. I've had
and then
enough
I just
of him from
muck
yesterday.
him. You know what I mean?
He's all yours.
And all the idiots say Phil was bluffing, and I'm like, okay. What do you think I had? Of course, I had a huge flush draw. Come on,
Phil
it's Phil Hellmuth. It's the first hand. What do you think? I'm on a stone cold bluff
I
against
could have
him.
busted you last show, first hand. Your ace king high against my pair of 4s. Recall that?
You think I'm gonna try to bluff him? Are you crazy?
Yep.
Friendly poker, boys and girls.
All right, if it's friendly, I'll play fine.
4 players to the flop.
You're not drunk yet. You're not right.
You got to drink to get right.
We don't need him drinking. I like him better sober.
I'm drinking.
I hate him when he's drunk, actually. But I love many. I love him all the time.
Best hand belongs to Gavin Smith for the time being, a pair of deuces.
Who is it on, me?
Because he's such a good guy and a good person. I wish he didn't.
I check.
It turns him into, well, you know what I'm talking about.
There's a. I've seen it.
So alcohol does to everybody. It's a devil.
But he still plays pretty good poker when he's drunk.
I know one thing. I really think I might play better when I'm drunk. I definitely play fearless when I'm
Gavin's probably, I would say that Gavin's probably the best poker player being drunk.
The best drunk poker player ever was Curtis Biz before he passed away.
He was the best drunk.
He
was great.
Far the
He
best
was
drunk.
great.
He was the best
He would
drunk
slam
player.
100 of those. Him and Todd would drink them vodka.
And he'd crush everybody at limit hold'em. He was so good.
Yeah, he was so
Mike,
good.
it was Grey Gooses.
What were they?
Grey Goose.
Double Grey Goose?
Yeah.
And
Todd plays well when he's drinking too.
Todd,
he's the worst.
Todd wants to praise that he plays good when he's drunk, but once it gets, he tilts, he goes like this. Like
Hellmuth would have made it straight if he was still in.
Same amount of alcohol, just as drunk.
Instead, it's check between Gavin and Shawn, and Gavin's pair of deuces wins the pot.
Jerry Buss plays really good pool when he's drunk. That's for
Great
sure.
drives cars pretty good too when he's drunk.
You can't beat 2 deuce.
I don't know anything about that.
Neither do I.
I just know he beat somebody out of a condo and a Rolls Royce playing drunk. That's like back when I first met Jerry.
Who?
I'm good when I get a little buzz.
He used to have this pool match where they have to outdrink each other and play pool. Jerry Buss. And when they were, I guess they were both wasted.
Jerry Buss beat somebody out of something?
Out of a condo.
I don't believe it.
Out of a condo, he beat someone?
And a Rolls Royce.
Jerry Buss is
and he gave it back.
a fantastic hold'em player. I don't
He's
care
a what?
you know.
I think he's.
Yeah, but Phil, it takes a player to recognize a player. He thinks Jerry Buss is
Fantastic.
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 I think Jerry Buss is a great limit hold'em player.
You must be wanting some good seats at the game, you idiot.
He is on my speed dial whenever I want to sit in the
You got
box.
something brown on your nose there. It says Jerry Buss.
Him and Tiger.
Heads up between Jean Robert and Phil. Open-ended straight draw for Jean Robert. Phil's ace high is in the lead. One bet, one fold, and one pot over to Jean Robert.
Looking for good seats.
Hey, Bobby, I just bought a cue from Jerry McWhorter. You know Jerry McWhorter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful cue. You got to see this cue.
Really?
Oh.
You know, yesterday I went and shot pool for the first time in maybe a year, and I actually I texted Daniel to say, hey, I'm hitting some balls. I like the way I'm hitting them. We should play. Okay. He's like, I'm playing Poker After Dark right now.
Daniel was in this one.
Yeah. I've only played one game with him. I beat him out of $500.
You gotta see this cue though. It's
See that little black dot?
so gorgeous.
Put it right in front of the
All ebony. And
I'm looking forward to it. Let's go hit some balls around.
Well, I'm not gonna play it for money because you're
No,
too good.
that's fine.
Okay.
Well, we can play like $5 a game. We don't have to play for money.
So already I'm getting the word from above.
You're on the list already.
Yeah, I can't put my cards in the right spot.
Wow, that's a really bad hand.
Like to see those two. Do they even have a front on them?
Dang.
There must have been no spotters.
Damn, man. What kind of cards were those?
Four-way action.
Opposite from those.
Bet 400.
No pair for anyone. Jean Robert leads right out with deuce 3 offsuit.
It is boring.
Good lay down, guys.
Excellent lay down, boys.
No callers, and he takes the pot.
Excellent lay down.
Oh, you're playing the field the same way I am.
That's what you kept trying to say to Courtney. Nice lay down.
You got to trap.
You got to keep me warm. You got to keep me warm. I got to stay warm.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you how I'm going to play you, Bobby?
Talk to me.
I'll tell you right now. I'm going to trap you.
He loves
and
the
I'm gonna
trap, Bobby.
him.
He loves the trap.
You two, I'm going to trap because you guys
want to-
never miss a bet on a flop.
Have you ever trapped me? The only hand I remember between you and I was the ace-9 hand. I'll never forget that hand. Wow.
You mean the one where I hit the flush on the river?
He trapped me with deuce 7 offsuit
No,
once.
we don't remember that
Fold
hand.
the 2 kings.
You remember where I hit the flush on the river for all the cash?
Wow. Believe me.
You were in there with
I still
ace-5
can't
offsuit.
sleep
You called
at
the
night.
race with ace-5 offsuit.
And aces and fives. Right.
Well, how
came
come
queen
he's not allowed to
9-5.
call with ace-5 offsuit, but When we was in Aruba, you called with ace-5 off or 4 offsuit and called the guy down. He had ace-king, and you said you knew he was bluffing.
He was. He gave the guy the accidental value bet.
Yeah,
He
the guy
called him down.
bluffed
He goes, I knew you were
2,000.
bluffing.
I can't beat it. I hate that.
Isn't that brutal? When that
I hate
happens?
when that
Jean
happens.
Robert check calls
No,
with
he's
pocket
bluffing,
sixes.
you're right.
He's got the best
He
hand.
actually beat anyway.
Sheikhy has position.
Why would he bluff?
Aren't you supposed to raise if you know he's bluffing?
No, not always.
Not if you, yeah, I guess. If you
Not me.
No bets on the turn.
You have your
Occasionally
own
you're
way
wrong.
of playing.
But if you're as good as Phil Hellmuth, you're never supposed to be wrong.
Check.
No bets on the river, and Jean Robert's sixes take the pot.
Nice hand, Sean.
Damn, Sean.
See, you make sure that they have fronts on him, too.
You can't have him back. Once they hit the mark, I don't want him to find something.
Sheiky brought his A game today.
Is this a real game or is this bullshit?
This game on the square, Sean.
If I ever let that hand beat my hand, I quit. I'll give
What do
up.
you have? 5 6 or 2
Make it
6?
different. What he's basically trying to say is you're a weak pussy. That's what
Oh,
he's
you
trying to
couldn't
say.
beat for 6 high? He said,
there's
did
a
you
5
have
on
5 6?
There's a 5 on board.
Oh, there was. I thought he was talking about he couldn't beat 6 high. That would have been a good shot. Phil, you can't be laughing at Sean yet.
Blinds are still at 1 and 200. Jean Robert Bellande is the early chip leader.
We don't hang around together.
Button on Mike Matusow.
Well,
Gavin Smith first to act.
At the Bellagio. They
well,
wanna play
you know, when I
triples
walk
online.
in, y'all turn your
Badookie
head.
and all that
so-
crap.
Raise to 500.
Phil, when I walk in, you turn
Because
your
you're
head.
always asking for money.
Well, I guess so. You don't think I'd walk in and give you none, do you?
Raise it up. 2,500 more.
Raise to
Hellmuth making a big re-raise with ace-deuce suited. Shawn Sheikhan has him dominated.
Always looking for money. I like that. Now you done brought the
That was a good
bullshit
line.
out now, Phil. The daggers was in, but they're coming out of the holster now.
You act like you had some.
Who's in there with him? Who's got cards left?
Me?
You again?
Sheiky goes.
Sheikhy lays down the best hand, and Hellmuth wins with a big re-raise.
I thought you played that hand rather poorly, Phil.
I think you played it so
Who,
good.
me?
Yeah.
Wait till you see. Wait till you see what I think you'll like it.
Huh? You bet half his stack to win 300?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good play.
I'm drinking.
Tell her to bring him out.
Raspberry Stoli with.
Were you at the Mike? Were you
What were
at
you
that
drinking,
party?
Grizz? 7?
Look how much is in it.
Were you at the Pro Player
Honey,
Nightlife
can
party?
I have my drink back?
They launched the Nightlife with
I
five.
The
hosted
one
an event
before,
for you
yeah.
that you couldn't make or something like that
Hey,
at the
I
MGM.
need
You heard
to-
about that? That
Was it Pro Player? event?
Luke Robitaille event at MGM.
You Luke.
I guess
Hockey player?
you couldn't make it, so I hosted it. I hosted the.
How was it?
I emceed. It was actually very cool. They had a
Nobody
lot
showed
of lot of big time hockey players there.
Yeah,
I don't know too much about hockey, but it was fun.
It was him and the dealer.
I hosted, let's see, it was Jermaine O'Neal and Greg Anthony's gig.
You did?
Oh, there was
Pair of sixes for Hellmuth, the best
was
hand.
fun,
Pair of
right?
fours for Gavin Smith.
And some of the Golden State Warriors players were there, and I was,
Steven Jackson.
yeah.
Baron Davis.
Baron Davis, baby.
That's my man right
4?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
there. Out of all the dudes over there, he's the only one I give dabs to. So what up? What up, man? What up, dude?
Believe it or not,
You raise it a
y'all-
dime.
y'all my men.
raise 1,400.
If I could catch any cards.
I can see this is going to be a long haul.
Another aggressive play by Phil, and he wins the
Yeah,
pot
that was a
on the
fun
flop.
event, man. I mean, they did a good job, you know. That was a Pro Player event. But now we have Pro Player Nightlife with vodka in it.
Oh, it's already got alcohol.
It's out. It's out. Yeah, they
Oh, it's already
pre-mixed.
pre-mixed.
Yeah, they've sold it to all the Vegas casinos. It's pretty cool.
That is sweet.
Blind still at 1 and 200. Jean Robert is still the chip leader. Button on Phil Hellmuth. Jean Robert first to act.
The right to be crawled out.
Be a pro player.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy,
can
it's
see
tough
two-
to be a pro
You know
player.
what they should be? Wanna be Sam Grizzles.
Sam, if you would have stayed around the
That might be
poker
kind
world,
of a small club.
Sam, if you would have stayed around the poker world, you'd have a million wannabe Sam Grizzles. Because you started on the right foot, singing on ESPN, everybody loved you. But then what happened? You just
Ran out of
disappeared.
money to show up in the tournament.
The wheel.
That's not true. Sam is he's a gambler.
And his backers, me and Sean went broke at the same time.
Yeah, it was. Hey, it was y'all's fault. Y'all went broke.
Sam, you could have been big, Sam. You could have been big.
Sam's pocket seven's the best hand. Straight draws for Gavin Smith, Shawn Sheikhan, and Phil Hellmuth. And there's the straight for Sheiky.
Nobody wants it, Sheiky. Take it away. Will ya?
Take it already, man. Nobody wants it.
Bet 800.
Take it away, will you, kid? Oh no, not Gavi. God.
Hellmuth calls with a pair of eights.
Got you out of there, Gav.
Gavin calls with a double gut shot straight draw.
I talked him into bluffing off his money.
Sheiky's got the nuts on the river, and he'll bet 2,500.
Got quiet in here then.
Wow.
Oh, that's like a terrible call, bro.
Wow.
No. Before they were even turned up, I said that's a terrible call.
No kidding.
He was close though.
What do you-
Good read, Mike. Good read.
What do you mean? I had an 8.
What's he doing?
It was a bad call?
It was a back. Yeah.
I told him it was a terrible call.
He won the pot. He's got a pair. Oh my God.
What do you mean?
I told you that was a horrible call. I knew.
I had an 8.
No, they keep telling me how much.
Blind still at 1 and 200. Shawn Sheikhan is the new chip leader. Phil Hellmuth, the short
You can tell
stack.
by your outfit you got a high lifestyle.
I like that shirt, by the way.
You would,
In
Phil.
industries, man. T-shirt.
You would.
You like this one, baby?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna sell a million of these.
What does that P stand for? Puke?
Phil Hellmuth, baby. You watch and see, I'll sell just a million.
Do those really sell? I mean, I'm just trying to think, who's your market?
Check. Yeah, oh, they sell.
Who's your target
This
market?
one I'm gonna sell
It can't
a
be
million.
poker players.
Young models.
Can't be poker players?
I mean, I've never seen a poker player wear a Phil Hellmuth.
I'll wear one.
I mean,
I wore the one that had everything on it on TV.
We both wore it at the Omaha tournament.
I mean, I would wear it, sure.
Matusow flops a pair of aces.
I've just never seen it.
Listen, how
I'm wearing a
about
Phil Hellmuth shirt?
how about
Who else
at
would wear
the first day of the main event this year? They said I looked like a race car driver because I had the Phil Hellmuth quotes all over it, the blue shirt.
No callers, and Mike takes the pot.
I thought it was funny.
Shirt. Can I have another one?
Yeah, you absolutely can, Gavin.
You know
You
what?
can have this. I have one of these in white, which is awesome.
Listen,
It's unbelievable.
Can I
It
have
really
one?
is.
Listen,
it's a great
he
shirt.
is
You
a-
can
I'll
have
I'll
it.
pay for
You can have it.
he is a complete. He is a complete schmuck, but the bottom line is, I mean, he's funny.
I'm good at marketing, baby.
I'm pretty sure that those
anybody
would sell
that
really
truly
well
walks
in Asia.
around
Even though he hustled me at golf, I still love
and
Phil
literally
Hellmuth.
like has sex with himself in the mirror 3 times a day. God bless him. No, really.
I didn't play very good that day. I don't know. I
You know
usually
what?
shoot
You know who's stealing your thunder on, self-proclaimed greatness is that Kenny Tran.
Oh, I heard that from a lot of people.
That Kenny Tran. I mean,
As soon as he won that hand, made that call. I'm the best player. I'm the greatest player.
Then he gave his money away.
Gave his money away.
believe me, Phil almost broke his TV watching it.
I'll tell you right now, I've heard a lot of things too.
He's a very good player.
Yo, 11, Mikey.
Yo, 11.
7 holes, he went 6.
Matusow's pocket nine's in trouble. Hellmuth has kings.
Raise it up a little bit. How about 4 dimes?
Like
Raise to 4,000.
94, 95 maybe.
What'd you shoot?
I don't know. I was so disgusted, I just didn't even look at
What
the card
happened
anymore.
Raise to 4,000.
4,000 to go.
He made 11. He made a.
He raised it and he re-raised it?
Yeah.
That's correct. You're not familiar with the action.
He's all in.
Please
all in.
go in.
Call.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Hurry up and
no.
call.
See you later, Phil.
Oh
Phil's got
man,
Come on, Mike. You're such an idiot.
Nice shot.
Mike! God dang it,
What
Mike!
the hell is
You're
wrong
saying
with
talking about how
you?
good you are. You
Yeah.
a pair of nines.
Yeah.
He raised you.
That's
re-raised.
pretty good.
Matusow has Hellmuth covered, but Hellmuth has him in bad shape.
I'm tired of coming here every show. You get knocked out first, bro.
I threw it way better than Mike played.
Did you have jacks? You might have had jacks.
I had him beat. I promise you that.
I believe
I
it.
didn't think he had a big pair.
Don't worry, Mike.
Well, what are we waiting
You're gonna
on
get
now?
redeemed.
I think a 9's coming.
9 on the river.
I think a 9's coming too.
I just feel it. I don't know.
Just
Please be a 9.
Oh.
That flop has Matusow drawing virtually dead, less than 1% to win this hand.
9's
How
coming.
much? That's simple.
Don't have as
he had
much
10.
as Mike.
What is wrong with you?
9. Give him the 9.
Dang, man.
Come on, slow death.
Come on, we're on the clock. Deal.
I can't believe I just did that. I never do that with Phil.
The deal?
I think I have exactly 14,000. Let me confirm that.
Don't be. That's your fault for saying that.
All in?
Yeah,
I know.
it's your fault.
12.
You know
No, he
Mike's
was-
susceptible to that type of thing.
No.
He put it in his head.
No,
and he
Mike
gave
did
me
it for a
that
different
thing.
reason.
No.
I made myself
Mike
look
did it
weak.
because Shawn. Oh my gosh.
I did the weak toe, yeah.
You don't have to make him play
Don't make
14.
himself look weak.
I did the weak toe. Well, you don't think I'm going to use it on you?
He made himself look weak.
I showed the 8,
I didn't think you
9,
were
and the
weak.
5, 7, and the blah, 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 blah.
I didn't think you were weak.
You still have chips?
I didn't think you were weak. I thought he only had like 11,000. That's why I put it in.
You think it's...
Oh, you thought you only had 11? So it was a good play for 11, but not 14? What difference does that make?
You ruined the whole day for the rest of us,
Okay,
Mike.
it's early.
It ain't that early.
So Phil Hellmuth has left Mike Matusow with the short stack honors while he doubles into the chip lead. Blind still at 1 in 200.
It's Shawn's fault.
That's pretty late, bro.
Shawn, all you gotta do is keep your mouth shut. As soon as you put that idea in his head, talking about all in, that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
He was doing it.
But you know Mike's susceptible to stuff like all you gotta do is talk him into it.
Who cares?
You know you should never play with. You
He's gonna play bad
you know
poker.
you should never play with Mike. It's Jamie Gold. He might talk you into a lot of bad things.
They seem like they're teamed up against me, baby. Well, what is this? They're
teaming up
all
against
mad.
you?
He gave, you gave Phil money. What are you doing? Blah,
Are you
blah,
being
blah,
a
blah,
bully
blah.
out there? Are you being a bully?
Double up a couple times.
No, I'm skating around there showing the 5-7, trying to stimulate action because I've got super aggressive players here. And that's how I play against the really aggressive players like Sheikhan
Your name's Bobby.
and Bobby Bellande are super aggressive. And so I show them the bluffs. That's the only reason I showed the bluffs.
They're all pretty aggressive. Who do you think is the loudest?
The loudest? It's usually Bobby Bellande. You know, but he's chilling on the pro player drink a little bit. Playing good.
we all do it.
Jean Robert has a pair of 4s. He's let out. Sam Grizzle has raised it up with queen high to 1,600. And Jean Robert calls 1,000 more.
Last time I checked, Mike still had chips.
3 4s on the turn for Jean Robert.
All right.
Cheeky, I mean, can you move over a little bit or what? This is my camera right here, son.
For you, buddy.
Thank you.
Sam Grizzle is drawing dead, but that doesn't stop him. 2,400 is the bet.
You got a 4, Sam?
longer bet with you.
I don't know.
I might bet on Mike.
35, 9, 13, 23.
23. So you got me 4 to 1 in chips. I'll take 3 to 1.
Yeah, get 3 to 1.
I'll bet him at 3 to 1 too.
I'll bet him at 3 to 1 too.
Jean Robert just calls.
Even money, yeah.
He's Mike the Mouth. You
My
kidding
price
me?
is about even
He's
money, but
never-
I want 3 to 1.
Never freaking changes with you, eh?
All I know, if I lose a bet, I pay on the spot.
Is that right?
Because I've been gambling all my life. I don't win a tournament overnight and
You
become,
showing up in
become a
public
star
gambling.
on TV.
Grizzle reaches for chips,
You look like an idiot.
and he cuts out 3,000.
Whenever you show up somewhere to gamble whether or not you get your ass kicked.
Show up
I
against
knew you
what?
weren't weak. I didn't.
What's the bet dealer?
3
I thought you had
down.
11. I was wondering.
I thought it said 4,000. 3? That's all.
Mike, you have no excuse. You suck.
I know. It's okay.
He was on his way out. You doubled him up.
On his way out, he had
He was
14,000.
looking
14,000 playing 1 and 200 blinds. Yeah, he was.
I know.
Jesus.
On the way
You have
out.
the were they warming up the car at valet for you, Phil?
No.
Did you call the limo?
I don't know. I sit down in the one. I sit
Jean
down in the
Robert
1-200.
trying to decide whether to just call or put in a raise.
I don't know.
And indeed, he does raise the minimum 3,000 more to a total of 6.
God, what's wrong with me, man?
Now, boys.
You laid down the 10s yesterday, Mikey.
Insta laid down. I don't. And I'm playing. I feel 100 times better than I did yesterday. You can see how much better I am today.
When I repop you in that spot,
Well, I only thought you had 11, and I wanted.
I can only have 4 hands, so I could have had ace king.
But I wanted to play a punch flip with you to take you out.
No, I might repop
Excellent
these
laydown,
guys weaker,
Sam.
but I'm not
course, I
repopping
know.
you because I know that you're
Excellent
playing.
laydown.
Right. I just
Grizzle
thought-
makes the obvious fold, and Jean Robert picks up a nice chunk of change.
It's easy to say it. It's easy to say it. You can't even show the man.
Pardon me?
You can't even show the man. You just gotta tell him. Try to torment him.
Get me on TV. Watch it. You can watch it and study it, and then see if I show him now.
How's that hand never gonna make
I'm
TV?
gonna tell you. I'm gonna
You
tell
got
you.
probably the 4th and 5th place guys.
Listen.
Playing a pot. How's that ever gonna make
Cheeky,
it?
what are you going
I'ma
to land
tell
the
you.
last longer bet against Mike?
If I show him now, Sam's so sharp he's going to remember my mannerisms to be able to capitalize on him later on. If he sees him like whenever this airs on TV, then it's too late.
Sam doesn't even own a TV.
Sam, you don't own the TV.
Stereo.
He's never watched TV a day in his life.
Yeah, what did I owe you for 1 day?
No, it was like a
You
week.
owed me for
It
like...
was a week.
I never owed me for 2 months.
I never
had to
owed
remind
you. Not one
Matusow
time.
just limps in with ace-queen suited.
You want to bet? Just say bet.
Soon as I went low,
Just say bet.
soon as I had no money in front
Just
of me.
say bet.
Bet.
Okay, how much?
Anything you want.
Okay, you didn't owe me money for at least 2 or 3 days, and I had to remind you.
The one time I had no money in front of me, you made Barry. I borrowed money from Barry to pay your ass because you don't want me to owe you.
You want to bet on whether you
I'll
owed me
bet on that
Chinese
right
after
there.
one time?
I'll bet on that right there. What I just said.
Well, how much are we going to bet?
10,000.
5 players to the flop.
Yeah, let me think.
Pair of
wait a minute.
sevens, the best hand. That belongs to Gavin Smith. Jean Robert leads out with pocket fives. Phil Hellmuth has an open-ended straight draw.
I'm not gonna lie.
I beat you for the Chinese
I
once.
owe
You had to pay
everyone.
me later. Don't you
No.
remember? I think it was in the studio
You
here.
believe there's 4 people? Wait,
Raise
there's
it up.
4 people at this table that owe me money.
He owes me. He owes me. He owes me. and
You look
definitely
real
owe
weak,
me.
Phil, but I'm not going to call it.
He owes me. He owes me. He owes me.
You look real weak,
Mike, I don't
Phil.
owe you anything.
You do after that Bears bet's over.
Well, maybe I will owe you if I lose the bet, but I don't right now.
Real weak.
And you owe me 16,000, sucker.
Hellmuth put in a raise on a draw and
Why
took
does
the
he owe me
pot.
if I beat you?
Because he owed me
Why?
money,
I
and
don't
that's
understand.
how we said I didn't have
I
the
didn't
cash
beat him.
to
I
do
beat
it.
you playing golf.
What? Eric's not good for it. You're
owe
right.
me money, and 4 of them are at this table. I didn't realize it.
I don't need anything. I might win that bet.
What, you owe
Greasy's
5
in
people
now.
in the world
I
money?
said
and
5 people owe me money, and 4 of them are at this table.
Hey, the one bet because Greasy's in now.
Phil Hellmuth, the chip leader, up to about 30,000. Jean Robert Bellande not far behind with 29,000.
What?
Sheiky at 23, Gavin Smith with 21. Sam Grizzle and Mike Matusow, the short stacks with the blinds at 1 and 200.
No, I was trying to make a point. It's not about. I'm not trying to make it look bad saying you owe me money. The one time that I lost and I had no money,
6.
you said something about it, so Barry felt bad, so he lent me money to pay you. Then we played the World Series and you owed me like 20,000. It was like it was nothing. But that's because you Phil Hellmuth and on the sheet, so it's okay.
No, I mean, I paid you right away.
Of course you paid me.
You left the game. I mean, I don't know what
Phil,
you
I'm not saying you didn't pay me, Phil. I'm just saying we're two different types of people.
Was anybody really the same type of person as you?
No, there's only one
I raise
sheet.
it
There's only one sheet.
2,200.
Raise to 2,200.
Grizzle picking on Phil Hellmuth's raise.
What do you have left there?
What's going on, Mike?
I never ever blow up early in a tournament. I don't know what happened there. I'm playing, and I really feel great today. I feel like I have great focus.
Okay, that's good enough.
No excuses. I don't know what happened there. I think what Shawn said something like it just triggered something in my mind or something.
What made you decide to move all in there?
I thought he only had 11,000. Okay, which he would be committed with the 4, which I didn't mind that. But I thought he had like ace king, and I thought it was 11. I had already built up to 21. I would still have like 10,000 left and I can win a coin flip and get rid of Phil because Phil's got position. I mean, he's the best player at the table. So, but as it turns out, he had like 14-5, and I didn't take my time on the decision. I'm still gonna win.
And the guy who beat me heads up in the Parliament in the World Series also called you John Robert. I thought it was hilarious. I loved it.
1,600 for Phil to
Why did
call.
my name come up?
He was talking about how John Robert tried to bluff
Okay,
him or
I'm
something
all
like
in.
that, or-
He moves all in and has Sam well covered.
We'll throw out 11,100. Now throw
I mean,
now
who
throw
you
out
think you're
2,800,
playing with?
Phil. Throw out 2,800.
Aces? He had nothing. He was going to make a play and
Throw out
laugh.
2,800. He's changed.
2,800?
Yeah.
I know what he had. I knew he was going to attack me early and laugh.
Queen against me. He's got 2 kings. Don't worry.
He couldn't beat king queen. You're crazy.
It's your fault, Mike. If you don't
2,800?
dump off that money to him, I'd have won that fight.
He wouldn't be acting like this.
Yeah, no kidding.
I wouldn't be acting like this. The guy tried to make a move on me. I was expecting him and Bobby to make moves on me early. So I said, I'm pushing back. And Sheiky, by the way.
She got the nuts.
You did. But you're not done yet. I know you want to show me a little move. Oh, yeah. You can't help it.
Phil, you don't expect me to shove back at you?
You're not. I think you play really well, Gavin. And I think you have a good chance to win. I don't think you want to do anything silly. I don't think so, but if you do, you do. I mean, I don't know.
It's possible.
I mean, right now I'm reading people so well that.
Uh-oh,
You see
here we
that,
go.
Bobby? I just repushed with king queen offsuit, buddy.
You didn't show, did you?
I showed it. I was expecting you and Sam to both make silly plays early against me.
Oh,
Raise
you
it.
gotta hear this.
I just
700.
How can you need psychiatric help?
I might need psychiatric help.
I mean, his wife doesn't do a good enough job. You gotta hire outside care.
Is re-raising?
You got to go off campus.
Is re-raising all in with king queen? Is that a silly play?
You know what happened, right?
Is a silly play if he has Jack 4?
Was at Walmart up there.
He had nothing.
You just go in there
I think he did have nothing. I think you're right.
Sheikhy defends the big blind with deuce 4 offsuit. He's heads up out of position against Phil's ace 10, and he's out-flopped him 8s and deuces.
No.
13.
You made 6, I made 22.
Oh, and he moved in.
1,300 to call.
Yeah. You ruined our whole day, Mikey.
Your re-rose ruined it for me there. I mean, I had the same hand he did.
Sheikhy calls.
I was going to lead the flop.
You don't want to play a pot?
You guys are in a pot. What are you talking about?
And Phil spikes a 10 on the turn. He's got the best hand now and checks it.
Called down with 8s, and he's reading so well. I want to know where he's reading. He's reading friggin' Dirty Magazine or something in the bathroom, maybe. Phil, I'm hearing how good he's reading. He's had 2 decisions, and he was wrong on both of them. And then he had an idiot give him his chips. That's me, by the way.
He was right on the Sam one.
Do you have him beat?
Sheikhy's checked it over to Phil, who's deciding whether or not to value bet 10s and 8s.
I know, but I'm just curious if Sam had made a sick read. If Sam had made
I
a sick
checked,
read
though.
back, if Sam was in front.
I mean, you know.
I'm just curious.
3,000.
I'll call.
3,000. Go.
That's good.
Hellmuth bets 3,000 and Sheikhy instantly calls, putting the chip leader in even better shape.
You gave him all the chips, and now he's going to start bullying everybody around.
Bullying everybody.
Bullying? I've been nuts, man.
That's the worst thing about you doubling up.
I had to
with Mike,
study an
is
extra
that two
40
things.
seconds
First
to
of all,
guarantee he called the 3,000,
Mike
and he
is
called it
the
instantly.
most entertaining player to play with, and so we were going to have a lot of fun with him around.
How can anybody be more entertaining than Phil Hellmuth?
Or Sam.
Let me tell you something. Phil Hellmuth with a lot of chips is not necessarily fun.
Who cares?
Who gives a
It's not fun.
Chip leader Phil Hellmuth all the way up to 37,000 in chips, followed by Jean Robert with 28,000. Sam Grizzle and Mike Matusow on the short stacks with the blinds up to 150 and 300.
He's just Phil.
He's just Phil, yeah. Phil's Phil. You just love him or hate him. Me, I do both.
I could have bet 4 dimes.
I never hate him.
I never hate him.
I had to study 40 seconds to get that call. That
So
was
funny. Like when I'm out and about, everybody's like,
tilt
"That's
Steaming.
Phil Hellmuth. That's Phil
Steaming.
Hellmuth." I'm like, well, actually, I like the guy. I like the guy.
Could be steamage, baby.
It could be.
Sheikhy's raised it up from the small blind with pocket aces. Gavin is called.
Mikey's wondering if he can get us both to fold with that little meager raise.
Ooh, buddy. Good laydown.
Oh,
I would've
you
called.
pulled my change in there.
Matusow gets rid of pocket 4s.
Yeah, you pulled it in. You
How
gave
much
it to
was
me,
it,
then you
Mikey?
pulled it.
8 more hundred?
200.
He gets 200. He gets 200.
So,
I would have called, but I think it was a good laydown, to be honest.
Head up now between Shawn and Gavin.
Being 3,000 in chips, ended up taking second.
and she had all the chips, and Phil had to suck out on her with the worst call.
Gavin not connected to that flop at all.
We can't talk about that.
Yeah.
Bet 2,400.
Sheikhy bets and takes the pot.
Gavin, I thought you had the trap set. I told you the way to beat him.
But I gotta have a hand to do it.
Mike limped in with a pair and let him raise with the worst hand.
I had 7 high. You think that was good?
No.
What's your pair?
You had me.
I mean,
Oh,
I saw you
Sheikhy
make
might
a
have
big
had it
call.
beat.
Being Sheikhy, I don't want to do it.
Trap.
No, it's 153 now.
Oh, it went up?
I actually thought you had jacks. I thought you had a pretty good.
Trap the Sheikhy.
Did you hit it, Mike? Did you flop a set?
No.
But I'd be low. There was a couple low cards there. There was 5s
in
and
between
deuce. I had like 4s or something. 5s and deuce. I mean, that's got to have a good chance of hitting them.
This ain't
I
as
raised.
fun as it was.
Raise 1,000.
Jean Robert's bumped it up to 1,000 with 8-9 suited.
I can't believe how bad I play. I can't believe how bad I play. It's just not like me.
Hellmuth calls from the small blind with 7-8 suited.
I told you how I'm playing you, Bobby, so I checked to you.
And I put on my glasses because you read us so well.
Bet the 1,500 in the dark, please, sir.
Fun as it was.
Oh, your first
Oh, I
act.
have too much?
Just 1,000.
Oh, baby.
Oh, you're checking in dark?
Of course I check.
I'm gonna have a look at the flop first.
Open-ended straight draw for Phil. Pair of nines for Jean
I
Robert.
just don't want to bet what you suggested, so I'm gonna bet 14.75.
1475.
1475.
Let me think about it. Okay, I call.
Quick call from
No
Phil.
wonder you beat me. You see my cards.
I'm checking, Bobby, check.
Unbelievable.
Phil checked in the dark. Action on Jean Robert. He'll check as well. Hellmuth misses the straight draw.
Bet 1,500.
But he'll bet out 1,500.
It's an easy call, Bobby.
Is it there?
He can't beat nobody but me. I did win $300 though. I won an ante.
I was really expecting you to make a huge bet. Wow. Busted flush draw, Phil?
All right, get the clock.
Jean Robert trying to figure out what Phil would have check called so quickly on the flop with, only to check the turn and then lead the river.
I feel like you have the queen. Just in case you're betting the 9, I'm gonna put it out there.
No, you got it. Good call.
Come on, you gotta show your hand and win the pot.
I know.
I said you won.
Okay, good.
He don't play like this, Phil. Show him your
No,
hand.
this is a good example for the American public.
He's
Because,
a cheap-
Because, no, let me,
He's
say
a
it.
cheap limit player. Turn your
All right.
hand up.
This is a good lesson for the American public. When
Anybody
someone
in the
bluffs on the
world-
end and they say you got it,
Right.
you're supposed to flip your hand and win.
No, you're not. No, you're not. This is a good lesson for the American public. You're
No,
exactly right.
Phil.
Let me talk, Sam, for a second.
You're wrong.
When
You're
you say
wrong.
good call,
You're
you
wrong.
throw your hand in the muck, and then I can throw my hand in the
No,
muck and
that's
take the
not the
pot.
way it is.
No.
You gotta
bet?
show the win.
Okay,
I'll bet
no,
you $10,000.
You can bet whatever you want to. You're out of your mind. When I
You're
say
talking
I
about
call,
Let me tell you how stupid you are. Let me tell you.
Okay, I'm
let me tell you
listening.
why you're
I'm
wrong.
listening. I'm listening.
You don't want him flipping his hand over because he might have misread his hand.
He might have.
So why do you want him to see his cards?
I don't want to see his cards. I want his cards to hit the muck. I don't want you to see my cards. That's
Come
what I
on,
want, okay?
we can ask
I don't
to see
want
it.
you to see
Phil,
my
turn
cards.
your
I don't
hand.
want you to see what I called.
Any call.
I don't want to see your
Now I
cards.
want to see it.
I want to see Bobby's
I
cards.
do not.
I wanna see 'em both.
Hey, Phil,
Both hands are allowed to be
Phil, I do not want to
Now
see
I
your
want to see them
cards.
both.
see Bobby's card.
I don't.
Now I wanna
I
see
don't
them
want
both.
to.
I didn't want
I
either
don't.
one before.
I don't want to see your
Come
cards,
on.
Phil.
I'll bet you. Can I make? Can I? Hey, can I make a point?
I love you to death.
Sam,
I'm just saying. I don't want to see
Mike,
your cards.
can
I just
make a
don't want
point?
anybody to see my
I bet
cards.
you $10,000 that it's good that the proper poker etiquette is you're supposed to
know
show
what
your
you have,
hand.
That's $1,000,000 to 1,
I
but
tell
he
you
don't
what,
know
I know
poker etiquette.
Mike, hey, listen,
He's been on
Sam,
the island.
Sam,
He's in China and
Sam, I know that you, Sam, I know you know what the proper
We
etiquette
don't
is.
have poker etiquette.
And I know he knows
on
what
the
the
Lake of
proper
a
etiquette
Thousand
is.
Islands.
But let me-
in,
but let me-
in
let me
China.
just-
Been eating rice
Somebody
and
flip
crab
these guys'
meat.
hands up. This is
No, no,
what
no.
Somebody
Stop the clock and get it to Florida.
All I want to do is bet him 10,000 so the public
Turn your
learns.
hand up. Damn
Sam,
it.
you know I'm right.
I know you are.
You wanna
You
bet or
don't.
not?
I don't want. I don't want you.
Do you
to
want to
turn your
bet or
hand
not?
over. I don't want you to turn your hand over.
Hello.
I don't.
Do you want to bet?
I don't want you. I don't want to bet.
Okay,
I don't want to bet.
etiquette.
I don't want to
Alright,
bet.
it
and
is
I don't
bad
want
etiquette.
to. I don't want you to turn your hand over.
It's bad etiquette.
I don't
Barry,
want.
is this how you're
I
gonna
don't
run
want
things
you to
here?
bet. I don't want you to
This is how
bet.
you're going to run things here.
Hold on.
I'm not going to play anymore if this is the way
I
they're
just
gonna
don't want
run
to show
things,
my
Maury.
hand.
Executive producer Maury Escandani and South Point tournament director Harold Norman on the scene.
Please let Harold hear what happened.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, I've been another 5 minutes.
Bill.
Bet out.
No. Can I say one more thing, please, Maury?
Yes,
Yes, I want to say one more thing.
Bill, I have
By
to
the
agree
rules of poker, I have to show my hand first.
Right.
I'm not
We
betting the
all
rules
know
of
that.
poker.
We all know
I'm
that.
betting etiquette.
Oh, I knew what etiquette was. I was.
That's bad etiquette. And in the old days, can I finish? In the old days,
Oh, we're doing old days etiquette.
99 out of 100 players followed poker etiquette.
No new school
This is a
etiquette.
bad example. This is a guy that will
From
slow
Mary-
roll you
from
and doesn't
Mary-
follow
That's
etiquette.
not true.
And he
I
won't
will
bet
never
it.
slow roll
I'll lay
you.
you 3 to 1.
I want to see
Never
both.
slow-
I'll lay
I
you
will
3 to
I
1
will
on
never
the
slow roll
etiquette.
you.
I'll lay you 3 to 1 on etiquette.
I would
Yes
slow
or
roll
no?
you. I will slow roll you
Yes
after
or
you
no?
slow roll me.
Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay, let's go. There's my hand.
Hellmuth turns his cards up, which will force Jean Robert to show his if he wants the pot.
I did not want to show my hand, that's all.
Well, you would have had to anyhow if somebody wanted to see it.
That was a great call. We thought you had 4 aces.
All right, start the clock back.
I did
won't
not
even bet it.
I did not want to show my hand.
You won't even bet it.
I did not want to show my hand.
So because of that, you want to violate etiquette.
Etiquette.
You want to bet etiquette or not?
I'll have to take
I'm
up.
right?
Phil, let me
We can
say-
drop it if you
I
admit
want
it.
to bet we
Whoa.
get less hands in per level.
153.
I'm low on chips. Can we go a little faster?
Can we increase the blinds?
On the
I
blind.
dumped
You know what?
off all
I'll
my
call
chips.
300.
Idiot.
Okay.
300.
Big blind is actually
All right,
3.
1,500. I'm tired of messing around. I'm ready to go broke.
I thought you had like 10,000.
I believe it. I believe you, Mike.
I don't look like a spot to take you out on a coin flip.
Raise and take it for short stack Sam Grizzle.
If you had been on a desert island for 40 days, eating, drinking coconut milk, rice mixed with palm tree leaves, you wouldn't be able to think either.
I cannot handle these guys without drinks.
Yeah,
Damn. Those are hard ass leaves too.
that's cold-blooded. They boil them in the rice, though. They do give them a match over there.
This is torture having to play with these fellas.
You must be kidding. This is going to be the best show they've ever had.
Best show?
I'll tell you part
It's
of what
the
it is.
best show.
And I got to teach the American public because it pisses me off when people slow roll and they don't do it. Once I was right.
Perhaps I don't want to show the table that I checked second pair on the turn. And if I don't have to show my hand,
What
I'd
does that
rather
have to do
not.
with etiquette?
Because I just want you to throw your hand in the muck so I
We
can.
can have to see
You
your
gotta
hand
show
now.
your hand and win the pot.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
If his hand hits the
Yes,
muck,
you
I get the
do.
pot.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
So you tried to pull some cheap non-etiquette
Yeah,
move to win
right.
a
That's
pot.
right, Phil. You tell him.
Well, that's the
No.
truth.
My bet was that the rule was you
You're
had to turn it
wrong.
over, but I knew it.
I'm not wrong. For you to even
If
to
Bobby,
say
you're
that
wrong.
is like
If you-
sick.
All I know that the American public is in good hands. Learning poker from Phil Hellmuth and etiquette from Phil Hellmuth. We all gonna be all right.
Me and Phil's been playing together a lot of years, and that's never come up in a big game where they're regular players. Never.
No. For
Never.
all the players that played 20 years, no one will ever do that. You say you got it, they flip up their hand, you go
No
on.
kidding.
That's the way
I
it
would
works
never
for
wanna see
20
You got
years.
it. You got it.
Now we got new players
didn't
in
want-
here, and Bobby knows it's the right etiquette,
I
but
would-
now he's made it even
he
worse.
doesn't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
No, Phil.
He doesn't
If I was
know.
insisting on seeing your hand, it's different. I did not
I
want to
said
see
I'd
your
lay you
hand.
3 to 1.
I did not want to see your
Well,
Can
hand.
you all
ask
just
10
shut
players.
up, man?
You're
No,
wrong,
Mike.
Phil.
People are low on
I didn't
chips.
ask
You
you to
just-
see your hand. I just wanted
kidding.
your hand to hit the muck. That's all.
I'll lay you 5 to
I
1.
just
It's
did not
bad
want to.
etiquette.
I didn't want to show my hand.
So you pulled a cheap
Where's
shot.
Maury
It's not a
Hyde?
cheap shot.
That's a
You're
cheap
wrong.
shot.
No.
I lose more
right.
respect
We
for you
won't
for
time
pulling
the
cheap
Give him
shots.
his- give him his patch
That
back.
took 15 minutes. I got the low stack.
Give him his patch back. He don't want you to represent no more. He's seen enough of your ass.
You just lost your contract, kid.
Buddy, I'm not sure pro player can play such a person to represent our fine drink. Can we, Mike?
Nah.
I'm not sure we can pay him.
Sheiky's made it 700 with King 10 suited.
Something like that. See,
God,
somebody
it drives
like
me
this
crazy.
guy.
Mucked around to Mike in the big blind. He lays it down as well, and Sheiky adds 450 to his stack.
Change their slick.
Mike, can I make one more statement with that? Can I make one more bet with him, or is it going to bother you?
No, you can bet. I know
I'll
it's
tell
bad
you what you
etiquette,
do.
But I
Well-
would make, when I said I'll bet you 10,000, you had to turn first. I was betting what the rules were.
Yeah, it's not. It's about etiquette.
Etiquette.
Do you shout in the middle of somebody's backswing when you golf? Gavin, when you're at the golf course, do you shout in the middle of somebody's backswing?
I do.
You legally can, but it's
Yes, I do.
bad
But we
etiquette.
go out there drinking, we don't give a
I'll tell you what I'll do, Bobby. Bobby, we'll go ask 20 professional poker players, okay? If you can get 2 people to agree it's not bad etiquette, you win the bet. I need 18. How much you want to bet?
Thank you.
All you need is 2.
All right, come on. Let's
All right,
play
you got
one
a
more
bet.
for dark.
You got a bet.
Raise to
Okay,
900.
you got it.
Oh, it
All
is
right,
dark. I'm sorry, 4 morning.
You think you can get 2?
2 people to do what? What's the bet?
Yeah.
He thinks he can get 2 people out of 20 to say it's not bad etiquette.
Well, he's going to talk to people
Yeah,
that.
he's going to talk to 3
gonna talk to the right people.
No,
That's
no,
the
it has to be everybody we respect.
That's
We'll go
the
to
stupid-
Chip, Doyle, all the high limit
He
players.
could get
you
1.
clarify that.
He
could
can't get 1. I know that, Sam. How much are we betting? How
How
much
about
is it?
me? Do I
Third
count?
hand, let's go to the next hand.
5,000.
All right, Mikey.
I don't know what I'm waiting for, I'm sure.
Brutal as you are, you wouldn't even do nobody that way.
Me?
Hellmuth hands 900 over to short-stacked
I would
Mike.
never ask him to see his
Well,
card.
if I
just wanted
say,
his cards to
if
hit the mark.
Beerfield says nothing, it's like a 10, 9 high, 6 high, something like that. We don't even have a queen
Still,
or jack.
With with all due respect, though, he's playing a tournament for 120,000. He might want to see how you're playing.
Who?
I didn't want to see his cards,
He
Gavin.
might want to see how you're
I
playing.
did not want to see his
he-
cards.
Then you're an ass.
That's right.
I don't want to see his
That's right.
cards.
Then you're an ass.
He said you're an ass.
How about Gavin? He got engaged. How
I did.
incredible is that? That guy.
To a woman?
To a woman.
Wow.
Brutal.
Sam in very good spirits despite being 5th in chips. He's got about 9,000 with the blinds at 150 and 300.
I'm joking.
All right, let's go.
I'm all right.
You're one of my favorites. I know one thing, if I don't win a pot, I'm gonna be the first one out. That's gonna be sick.
Top pair for Gavin Smith. Checked around to him. He'll bet 600.
No, I am. I'm the
You?
first. I've been first one out 3 in a row. I'm going for 4.
you
Sam, in 2007, I had 6th,
Yesterday I played,
5th,
the
4th.
last one I
Sheiky
played
calls
third,
with a pair of
second.
4s.
2 of them I played back.
Heads up now.
The ones I saw you was always leaving early.
Both players check the turn.
Real early.
You might be leaving early today.
Thanks for bringing that up, Sam.
Well, I mean, I just thought about it. Who's coming in
I
again?
don't know why I don't play well in these things. I played well.
One pair.
Both players check the river, and Gavin will take the pot.
I got a flush.
Maybe you should ask to see it, man. Like
You know what
Bobby.
they should make? Mike, they should make this a rebuy tournament.
One pair.
was my
Well, he
etiquette-
showed the king of diamonds.
Hey.
Also, one pair, he said.
Was my etiquette okay
King
there, Phil?
4 of diamonds got there. They might have one pair.
Phil, did I behave appropriately there?
I have never seen you violate etiquette a single time ever, Gavin.
Thanks.
Except when you get really drunk.
I've never seen Sam Grizzle violate etiquette.
don't
I've
either,
never
unless I
seen
accidentally-
Matusow violate etiquette.
How about me?
No, I accidentally.
How about me?
Turned,
I think I've seen Shawn where you say
What,
you
talking
win
on-
and
On your
violated
TV time?
and he waits for you to flip it up. I think
you
she's
violated.
done
it.
that
You like
once
to
or
take
twice.
some small shots. You do.
What kind of small shots?
Just some fun ones.
Like what?
I don't know, but I've seen them.
Why?
Turn your hand up, dog. What you got?
Well, why do you know?
Come on, I want to see. I want to see. I want to see that hand.
I have heard you ask to see somebody's hand, Sheiky.
That's bullshit.
You were?
I'm working for the company.
And when they flipped their hand up and showed you, was it still BS?
No, you think
Was it BS or was it BE? Bad
I'm
etiquette.
playing like that?
Yes.
Maybe it was a spread. Really? Me and the man.
All right, I just call Gabby.
Shawn mucks on the button. Hellmuth limps in from the small blind.
Who am I to try to outplay Phil Hellmuth? That man can dodge bullets.
He's like that guy on the Matrix.
Neither player connects with the flop. They both check.
I believe the guy on the Matrix could beat
Check the
Super.
turn as well.
Chop it up.
Yep.
Oh, I had you beat. I'm in bad shape.
So in other words, let me get this straight. This a 4 high split the pot, and y'all call yourself pros.
See, the thing about
Yeah.
For
the American public.
They got to be a meter.
For the American public.
You got to get a meter to go on your head, and it has to register where you're a pro. or not.
the thing though about people that like sometimes actually play poker is they don't feel the need to bluff at every $600 pot.
That's the whole thing, Grizz.
Why?
Right?
Yeah, Grizzly. When you learn that, you might get out
Grizz,
of the dumpster.
play the 4, deuce 4, 3, and check all the way down.
But I mean, I just don't understand it.
That's why
If that's
That's
poker,
why you're on the rail, Sam. That's the point we're trying to make.
I checked down to let Gavin win the
Mike, I
pot,
wouldn't
and he
talk
checked
about
down to let me
that.
win the
Don't
pot.
worry.
Now, it wasn't, that's only partially. It's not like Gavin and I are playing, we just respect each other, where if I make a move, he might make a remove, and if he makes a move, I might make a remove.
I don't think it had anything to do with that, Phil, but all right.
You understand, Sam? I know it's hard for you to check and not bluff at every pot.
well, I don't never let 4 high beat me. I know that, whether that's good or bad.
And he's smart enough to know it's gonna be a chop. Then he just checks it.
He knows it's gonna be.
He knows it's gonna be a chop,
Hey,
but he
how about
checks
him?
it.
He's the last position.
That's how sharp he
Chop
is.
it up.
All right. He might check raise me. I might send out 500 and end up losing 500 instead of getting my 3 back.
And this casino might take off like a spaceship too.
Well, you don't.
Check raise.
I moved in on you with King Queen, didn't I?
You did. He moved in on you with King Queen, Sam. Didn't you
Oh, we
see
see an
that?
object.
Did you forget that?
We see an object in the sky. Oh, it's the South Point. It took off. It just took off going to the moon. That's about what it happened.
Some days you just don't want to mess with me, Sam. That's all.
Yeah, it's today because you got 9 million and I got 9,000.
Talk to us in an hour.
Yeah, talk to me when it's even, Steven.
Hey, you guys got another one of these you're taping?
What does that mean?
That's the best chance you got to beat even Steven.
I mean, you don't even have 40,000. You need 120. Damn. One of the shows I was on, Daniel had 45 and finished 5th. I mean,
right away. You gotta
right away.
Grizzle bets the open-ended straight draw. Gavin's got the best hand with a pair of queens.
I had the chip lead in that show too. I was thinking it's going to be Daniel and I.
And then I stepped in the middle.
No, that was a different
It
show.
don't make a difference. I mean,
I was thinking to myself, it's going to be
gotta
Daniel
get
and
every
I
chip.
heads up. It's going to be a good show, and all of a sudden, I was all in bad shape, and Daniel was out.
Sam fires 1,600 on the turn. Gavin calls.
8, 9.
This is my, this is show number 7.
bet with somebody there.
And there's a straight for Sam Grizzle on the river, ace high.
Even on down a little bit. I just haven't played well on these shows for some reason.
Yeah. It got quiet in here.
Both players checked the river, and Sam took the pot.
What?
He'd have paid it off.
Well, I'm not that smart. I thought he had a 4 high.
That's the best, eh? Bet it twice when you're behind, check it when you're ahead, and then chirp.
Wow.
That's strong, right? That's strong.
Blinds were at 150 and 300. Phil Hellmuth and Jean Robert Bellande are at the top of the chip counts. Sam Grizzle and Mike Matusow in 5th and 6th.
You bet it twice when you're behind.
Although y'all say about I don't have any money and have to get staked and all that, I will play head up for a lot of money with
That's your best
anybody.
answer?
With anybody.
That's your best answer to what he just said?
Yeah, that's my best
That's
answer.
kind of weak, Sam. I expect more from you.
We play mixed games.
I expect more from you.
You was weak there.
Gavin's right. You bet twice with the worst hand, sucked out, and then chirped.
Sucked out and checked.
That's brutal.
Sucked out, checked, and then chirped. Finally, yeah, exactly.
Aces for Sam Grizzle. He re-raises to 2,300.
Well, when I got money, which ain't often.
That's where
but
Patrick Antonius
you can
makes
play
the
me
bet.
some.
How much?
He makes the big bet and gets paid off right there.
I'm capable of calling Sam with just the queen there.
So does Griner. So do
15,
you.
and here's what I got.
You make the big bet when
Sam,
you get
I
there.
didn't ask what you had this time.
I know that, but I'm telling you before you do.
You're getting prepared.
I think we should. Is the
I
last
love
one?
poker. I really love poker. I'd really love to show how big this hand is, but I can't show it.
Phil lays it down, and Sam takes the pot.
I don't know, but it's getting awful quiet in here.
See, that time I had almost the exact same hand as last time when I had king, queen, and moved in them. But this time it was an easy laydown. Did you see the different look on his face? He looks strong.
No, you don't want to bring up the past.
Yeah?
What happened in the past?
What happened in the past?
Well, I went to play him at his house in San Jose. And we bought so many cards that he ripped up the AM PM run out of cards.
Is that right, Philly?
The AM PM run. They said, "What are y'all doing with them cards? Starting a fire with them?" Oh, that was funny.
The saddest thing is he's right. It's true.
We know his last he's gonna say a word back.
Yeah, I can't answer. He got me.
Nobody's got a rebuttal for me because I don't have to lie about my stories. They're all true.
What about You Fired Your Gun, Sammy? I love that song.
I ain't ready for that. I got to
Okay.
get about 40 over here. You get about 8,000. Then I'll go to singing.
If you keep trying to bluff Gavin, you're not going to have 40, I'll tell you that much.
Bluff Gavin?
Who's Gavin?
I flopped open in straight. What are you wanting to do? Well, I mean, they've aggravated me the whole show. I mean, do they not know who I am?
No, they don't.
Sam, I've got a true story. I want you to respond to this. So, Stu Unger and I were sitting over by the Board of Champions, together. Oh, you remember the story? We were sitting there, and there was all the beautiful World Champions pictures on board. And you said they ought to rip them all down and put one big picture up of me, right?
Yeah.
And Stu Unger got so mad, you guys went to fisticuffs.
No, that got him a little steamed.
He was steaming.
But I'll tell you the whole story, and that way you'll know it's true. But so far you got it right. How much?
1,000 more.
1,000 more? All right, I'm all in.
Well, if you get knocked out, you can't hear the story, Grizzle.
Oh no, he can sit here and finish out the story.
Come on, Mike, let him tell the story. Mike, let him.
What'd he show?
2 sevens.
I had you, Mike.
Sam shows his ace-king.
The best I could be, right?
Matusow is the only player who he had covered at the table.
One of them flipperonis. But me or you, neither one's too good at the flipperonis.
No.
I'll tell you, this is
We could be the two worst in history.
I'll let y'all guess what it was.
Hellmuth Bellande in the top 2 slots. Smith and Sheikhan run 3 and 4. Sam Grizzle and Mike Matusow 5 and 6 with the blinds 150 and 300.
Now this hand comes up, and like you knew I was bluffing a while ago, or you could take it or whatever. Well, I knew he was doing the same thing. So I bet out. He popped it. I re-popped it.
Matusow moves all in with a couple of 9s after Jean Robert open raised.
Well, I know what he's thinking in his head. He said, I'm Stu Unger. He couldn't, raise me and not have me beat. This is exactly what he did. He was sitting right here. He reached over, looked at my hand, and then told the dealer I called. After he looked at my whole cards.
Oh, I heard that story.
And I said, have you lost
Jean
your
Robert out of the way.
That's amazing.
And Matusow's in bad shape with pocket 9s.
Uh-oh. There goes Mike out first again.
Every time. Nice hand, you guys.
They don't give nothing
nines,
for
did
first
you?
place
I got
out.
3,500 in chips left.
Give him a 9. I don't want to see Mike to leave. Give him a 9,
Yeah,
please.
give him a 9.
Give
You
him a
can
9.
stay here, Mike.
We want Mike around.
Mike, if you
I don't
go
want
broke,
Mike
you
around.
can
I
stay.
Sam's another, man.
Mike's stack suffered its biggest hit when he took 2 9s into Hellmuth's pocket kings, doubling him up. Never recovered since then, and now he's in trouble against 2 queens. And things just got worse.
Yeah, but this time,
This time you got the club draw.
this time he has the running 6-8 offsuit.
The running 6-8.
Offsuit. He said the running 6-8 offsuit.
He's drawing dead on the turn. Mike Matusow has been eliminated in 6th place for the 4th consecutive time.
Well, there's nothing you can do there.
Mike, in your defense, I'll take up for you. Ladies and gentlemen, he was double parked, and tickets are high around here.
I don't know. What do you want me to do with 3,500 left? Just flat call 700 or fold?
$91 if it gets you double
Well, I
parked.
tell you one thing, you don't want to be eliminated from this table because Sam has a long needle waiting.
Ooh, wait.
So, Mike, you said you were on your game today. What happened?
I thought I had great patience today. I made the big mistake against Sam, or not Sam, against Phil. I don't know why. It's not like I wasn't feeling good or anything. I had 5,500. I raised it 13. I had like 4,700 left. He made it 700. I mean, there's like 1,000 in the pot. What am I supposed to do? Just flat call 700 with 3,000 behind me? I mean, I got one person behind me. It's I knew he wasn't that strong. I mean, I buried myself early with the stupid call, with the stupid mistake. But it's not like I was not in the. Today I felt great. I can't explain why I played so poor.
Well, we hope to have you back very soon. Thank you for playing this week.
Mike Matusow's extended run of bad luck on Poker After Dark continues. Shawn Sheikhan, the beneficiary of the remainder of his chips. He's up to 24,000. Blinds at 150 and 300.
Spread them.
Spread them, Sam.
Spread
I
them.
don't think so, Phil.
Lean over the table and spread them.
And cough.
Honey, nobody said nothing to you. I don't know why you'd throw that in. don't shoot the messenger.
3 players.
We don't want to shoot nobody. Maybe Phil.
No
and
way we're shooting anybody.
Shoot Bobby in the ass with some buckshot.
If we do shoot somebody, it's most likely going to be the Sheik.
What?
No.
Not now.
No, he's got money.
He's got enough troubles.
We got the trouble if he gets sent off from here. It ain't him got the trouble. I got trouble if
I
he
was
gets...
rooting for you to try to take it away so I could make a great call with a duck like I did last show. Remember when you went
show
crazy?
He's bringing up. Did you come in 5th or 6th that show, Phil?
That's the time where I had where he decided to go crazy with Jack 9, and I had him dead the whole way, and he spiked a Jack, bluffing, betting big with nothing.
You never have done that, have you, Phil?
I usually don't try to bluff the great players,
sucked
Sammy.
out
I don't try to
all
bluff the
4
great
of us
players.
combined.
I told myself I would never try to bluff Bobby Bellande or Sheikhan, but I already tried once against Bellande, and he called as predicted.
Bobby Bellande.
And he called
Sam
us.
Grizzle mixes things up with deuce 3 suited. He's open raised it to 1,300. Jean Robert just
Bobby,
calls
if
with
he's
pocket
broke,
jacks.
He's got money. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Robert, Esquire the Third.
Gavin Smith mucks the ace 9, and Sam's heads up with Jean Robert.
Pro player, baby.
That's right. What else?
I ain't betting.
Check. 1,000.
Wow. Take it.
Wow, I had a 5 and a 7 in my hand.
Yeah.
Sam check folds, and Jean Robert takes the pot.
Oh, baby, if they let us
that
go.
would've been-
Whoa.
that would have been dirty.
Ooh.
Got a 4.
Oh, my
Bobby,
God,
tell
I
us
could have
that
gotten all
story
of
you
it.
told in the restroom. Right, Sean? He should tell us that story he did to them poor people in the restroom. What he did.
What story is that?
What's your
rice
Survivor?
patties?
Don't you have a
Yeah,
Survivor
you need-
story?
You need to tell that.
What was your nickname for that guy?
Concave Dave.
Concave Dave.
Concave Dave. He's like, why are you calling me Concave Dave? I said, well, you know, your berries don't look like you're going 100% down there. But, you know, in his camp...
Why are you checking out his berries?
In all fairness, well, because, you know, he showed up at one of the challenges naked.
You know what? If a man shows up at a challenge naked, it doesn't mean I'm going to check out his berries.
Well, I'm supposed to be wrestling this guy, and his, you know...
So you wanted to know what it was you were going to
his
wrestle, huh?
berries are, you know... How much is it now? I don't think I can call that much.
I raised more than the size of the pot.
I know it. Which tells me that you're either really weak...
Hellmuth raising on the button against a couple of pocket pairs.
Probably means I should call. I'm going to fold.
And I'll keep holding them up to the first.
Jean Robert lays down the 5s. Sheikhy defends with deuces.
Good luck, Philly.
Good call, Sean.
I had 7,000 last night.
Jean Robert would have flopped a gut shot straight draw and the best hand. Instead, it goes check-check between Sean and Phil. There's Jean Robert set on the turn. Sheikhy still has the best hand heads up against Phil.
Then at 13-2, I doubled up.
And there's a set on the river for Sean.
Who did it get down to?
Last two, me and Phil Ivy.
2,000.
Yeah, we said 40. We were even in chips. So you're 40 and played for 40.
So he got his money back, made 20.
Well, 25. We only paid 15.
Did they just give you a check?
Phil lays down the king high, and Sean takes the pot.
You think I flopped some of that?
Would you?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have a 4 though. I flopped. I turned a set.
Oh, you turned a set?
You turned a straight while I turned a set.
No. You would have me. You have me.
Oh yeah.
I river the set.
Oh, you rivered a set?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's pretty call, man.
I was trying to flop a set buses.
That's pretty scary.
That's how I'm gonna get him. I already know what's gonna happen with that.
That's how I'm getting. He raises with ace king, ace queen, ace jack, and that's what he's gonna give me.
Oh, buddy.
I'd have had to call with my set of 5s. I would have checked
every
called.
time you and I play Hold'em, you're in bad shape for all the money. You know that.
You can play something else then, Philly.
That's no thanks. I'll just stick to Hold'em with you.
Is it always done? Yep. I was wondering why everybody on here had full tilt.
Damn. I had a set on you guys.
700.
I had a raising hand.
Sheikie's made it 700 with ace-king of clubs.
You did. That's why I thought we were 50-50, but I didn't feel like gambling.
Gavin lays down the ace-5. Grizzle will call with pocket sevens and jacks once more for Jean Robert. He just
doesn't
calls.
mind being first out either, do you, Sheiky?
Good try, Bobby.
He gets away with that. He gets away with that like 15 times a tournament. That's why he always wants to have low chip, like all the
You
small
hit some
chips.
cards, it seems like.
Check.
Both blinds check over to Sheiky.
22.
He puts in a follow-up bet. Grizzle gets away from sevens, and Jean Robert lays down jacks. Both players with better hands, but
I'll give
Sheiky
you one
uses
hint,
position to take the pot.
Hold'em's not a calling game.
What's the hint? Can I have the hint too?
2 and 4.
Hold'em's not a calling game.
That's a clear
Now, at the same time,
I guess it depends how you play.
It's not a what?
yeah, but you and I can call because we're that advanced. But
I can't.
What did he say?
Like, Hold'em's not a calling game.
Blinds up to 2 and 400.
400.
Why would you whisper? Why wouldn't you help like Bobby and I?
because the fact is that I'm going to call. I'm going to call him out. Sheiky, I'm going to call him out, baby. I'm going to let him bluff off his cash and then put in a subtle little raise. But it has to be a pot. It has to be a pot that I play on my terms.
Blackjack.
One of the jacks.
Blackjack, Sean.
You know if Sammy's raising, he's got the
Queen King
goods.
last hand?
Anyway,
Queen King last hand?
No.
anyway, I wished.
Ace Queen? Queen King, Ace Queen. What the hell? Come on, dude.
You believe that?
You're supposed to say yes. Yeah, I do actually.
That's not what I had.
What'd you have?
I had a better
I
hand all
already told
years.
you he's going
No,
to
you
fire
didn't.
at every flop
Who'd
if
you
he
have?
raises. It's not
Who
hard.
is?
Small blind.
Sheiky. Bobby fires at every flop too if he raises before the flop.
Raise to 1200.
Probably like 75 or 80% of the poker public does that though.
Exactly. Yeah. Continuation bet's been kind of a hot theory, hasn't it? I love playing against continuation bettors.
Grizzle's
just
made it
check in the
1,200 to go from the cutoff. Bellande flat called on the button with pocket fours. Grizzle's outflopped him with a pair of fives.
Yeah, I can.
Both players check.
Check raise or
I mean, I check most of the times I'm out of position too.
Jean Robert picks up an open-ended straight draw on the turn. Grizzle fires 1,500.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing, Gabby.
And Jean Robert calls. Neither player holds a heart. And they'll both check the end. Grizzle rolls over the 5 for queens and 5s and takes the pot.
Wow,
Bobby.
Sam's robbing my money, man.
Keep calling, Bobby. You'll be back on that island by yourself. And they won't pay you. They'll leave you there.
Digging holes.
Phil Hellmuth still in the chip lead, followed by Shawn Sheikhan, who's moved into second place. Jean Robert, Gavin Smith, and Sam Grizzle round out the field in that order, with the blinds at 2 and 400.
I knew you was rotten, Bobby, but I didn't know you was that rotten. Wow. That's unbelievable.
Man, Sam, you're almost going to put me on.
We have better hands this time, both of us. I see you have better
I
hands.
can get by you
Yeah.
to win this.
I guess it's not hard.
Open-ended straight draw for Phil. Gavin's queen high, the best hand right now. Gavin picks up a gut shot straight draw.
Kind of played this hand bad, I gotta tell you.
Phil check calls 500. And both players make a straight on the end.
Wow. Raise it up. 5,500, make it.
And Phil check raises 4,000 more.
Gavin's not used to that.
Getting popped.
That much with that little piece of garbage in the middle.
Gavin folds the
Jesus.
7 high straight over to Phil.
Goes straight.
You lay it down, dog?
Yeah.
It's laydowns like that one that led Gavin to a victory in his only other Poker After
Phil
Dark
had
appearance.
Like the 28.
I'll let Phil bluff me.
Phil had the nut zero. You know how they put that check mark if you got a winner. They put a zero beside his name. He can't win with this man.
I'd bet against that.
Phil, you are the greatest.
I'd be willing to put action down.
You might play better than I give you credit for, and I don't give you credit for much. Well, actually, you'd have to play better than I think you do, if you can even get to the table. Look, I got him mad now.
I want to raise it up. Make it 600 more.
Why don't you just stand up, make a big grandstand out of the whole deal?
1,000 total from Phil with a couple of
Six
sixes.
more, Sammy.
I call you.
I know you would.
Philly Willy Dilly.
2 sevens for Sam Grizzle.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. If I flop quads, I'm bet right out.
Okay.
Check.
Mikey, you owe me.
Mikey.
1,200.
1,200. You said you were paying today.
I am. I'll send it to you online.
You got it, Philly. I missed everything.
Don't worry. What do you show? 7-8?
2 sevens.
Sam check folds the best hand, and Phil takes the pot.
Where she's from? What? From Philly?
No, I've had it since you were here.
What do you mean from Philly?
I've had it since you were here.
How you guess from Philly?
I don't think you're going to win, Philly.
I actually don't either.
I actually don't either.
That's only because I'm confident. I think I'm going to.
You know what I feel? I think you're going to win.
Oh, somebody thinks I'm going to win.
I'm not. I don't have much right now.
Seems like I'm kind of on top of my game.
Yeah.
And that makes you play bad.
Yep.
So them two combinations will get you. So you know that. Whatever I'm thinking, you're thinking the same. So.
Now that's advanced play there.
Which one?
400.
Only Gavin, Negreanu, and I limp on the button anymore.
You know what?
The rest of the world's done with it.
Check.
I brought that back, Gabby.
Pair of fours for Gavin, the best hand. He checks on the button. Jean Robert's now made the best hand on the turn, a pair of sevens. Grizzle bets out with a wheel draw.
You can bet whatever you want on that, but you.
Gavin out of the way, heads up between Sam and Jean Robert now.
I feel like I'm taking advantage of you. I feel like I'm taking advantage. I have him over 2-1 in chips.
Fine.
Both players check the end, and Bellande takes the pot.
Dog that one pretty bad.
With the blind still at 2 and 400, Phil Hellmuth is in the chip lead where he's been most of the match. Jean Robert Bellande in second, followed by Shawn Sheikhan in third, Gavin Smith in fourth, Sam Grizzle in fifth.
Gentlemen, I've had a lot of problems with Phil, and I'm going to have some with Shawn.
Uh-oh, Philly limping.
Dilly dilly willy. Look at him. You remind me of that Chris Ferguson, the way he covers his mouth up. Wait a minute. Now that's cold-blooded there.
What do you have left?
After 4 players limped in, Shawn Sheikhan has made it 2,400 total with a couple of kings.
God almighty.
I told him how it was going to come down. What do you want me to do?
Phil calls the extra 2,000 with ace-queen, and he'll be heads up.
God, I wish they had it back.
No way.
Pretty good flop for Sheikhy, which he checks. Phil checks behind him. And spikes a queen.
If I call them and check on the flop, right when they check, I'll make a Z.
Sheikhy bets out 6,000, and Phil nonchalantly throws in 6 of his own.
What do you mean, maybe? You don't think I had enough? Oh, damn.
$18,000 in the pot already. And Sheikhy fires 10.
Look at this. Oh my God.
Phil calls the 10, and Sheikhy will take over the chip lead.
I would have busted y'all off. 10 jack.
That's why you gotta play proper poker. You play good poker, you always win.
You have no idea how cold it is. Wait till you see that hand on camera.
I'm thinking you had to catch the queen to pay.
Yeah, and I had to check the flop for him to catch it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it was real cold, Philly. You weren't far behind. You got unlucky once again.
I'm guessing he had ace queen. That's what I'm
didn't turn
guessing.
his hand up?
He didn't, but I'm guessing ace queen. I don't know.
What do you think? What else do you think you had? You had ace 10?
No, he had 2 stinking 9s.
He got unlucky once again. He takes a.
I know one thing, the mighty Grizz comes in, I'd have had all that beautiful money over here.
You got to pay to play, bro. Mighty Grizz.
Nice place.
Joke this guy last time got crazy with Jack 9.
Oh God! I gotta. Every time I beat this guy, I gotta hear it. I mean, what? You can't just congratulate. Just say nice job, nice hand.
How's he come up with 2 kings in that spot? So that's pretty strong.
How cold-blooded. I mean, I limped in to let him bluff off his money.
Sean, I think you played it well.
Mike's celebrating over there.
I'll give you a compliment. I think you played the hand very well.
Thank you very much, Gavin.
Yeah.
Been raised to
Put 200 in.
It's coming. Let me get my stack straight.
Let's go. We're playing way too slow. I'll show you
I should have
one,
busted his
Phil.
ass. That's what I
You
should
got
have
Mike celebrating.
I'll show him one.
Mike, you got unlucky once again, Mike. He's about to cry already. Look at him. Put the glasses on. Put on the glasses.
Nice hand, buddy.
Mike, you almost collected before you got out the door.
I could have busted his if I play right.
Hey, Mike, can I borrow 1,000 if you win?
Sam referring to the bet that Mike is on set sweating between he and Phil Hellmuth. Phil must win the match to collect, otherwise he'll pay Mike.
Probably would rather go for the 120. It's a must win. It's not last longer.
Yeah, it's a must win.
Raise it up, Gavi, a little bit. A dime ski more.
I thought it was the last longer bet.
No. Must win.
Oh, that's stupid.
I don't think it's stupid.
I do.
I'll just keep folding, Ethan.
I had an ace.
It's fine. I'll just keep folding.
There is so much.
that one.
There is so much steam coming out of Phil's
Yeah, I can feel
ass.
I'm hot over here.
I swear to God, it looked like a steam locomotive from the past just went by.
Look at Philly. Phil, cheer up. You lost a pot. What's a big deal? You played it bad. It's not a big deal.
My girl.
If you learn from it, you get better.
Sean,
you
it
learn
really
from
is
it.
unbelievable how many great hands you come
Have
up
you
with.
been told you're beautiful yet today?
Queens, they hold up. Kings, they hold up. I mean, it's like...
It's not the way I play it, right?
and in
It's not
premium
the fact that I
spots,
raised on the big blind, got rid of Grizz, and trapped his little ass, checked on the flop, right? That don't count for nothing.
You had 2 kings. You found 2 kings in the big blind in a limp pot, and you raised.
You played it like a
Oh,
genius.
nice
Well
raise.
done.
Good raise.
That means a lot coming from you. I need some dental floss though, real bad.
I'd had almost 40,000.
Yeah, but he said so you can bust him, and you couldn't bust him in that hand. He
No,
had more
I'm
than
saying I would have
Yeah.
had almost 40,000, and it would have.
Sean's pretty sharp. He might have got away from it.
Yeah, I know. He would have got away.
I don't know. I just check. He check. I bet he called. I bet he called. I mean, I thought I did nuts.
Shawn Sheikhan's in the chip lead with 47,000 and change. Jean-Robert Bellande a distant second with 29,000.
It doesn't bother me, Gavin.
Gavin, Phil, and Sam, third, fourth, and fifth. Blinds at 2 and 400.
No, I mean, are you kidding me? Sheiky's the worst loser in poker, so when you lose a pot to him, you know you're going to get it. So you just shut up and you let him go.
Check.
He's the worst winner in poker.
The worst winner.
So when he
Winner in
wins, he
poker.
just
You're
rubs
the
it in your
worst
face.
loser in poker.
I'm the worst loser.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
But he's the worst winner.
There you go.
Top 2 for Gavin Smith. He checks.
Yeah, but for some reason or other, I only act like this towards you, nobody else.
Yeah, right.
I swear to God. Who else do I act like this towards?
No, well, you know what? Phil Lack's a pretty bad winner too.
Now he bets
Phil Lack will
1,200.
laugh at you when he takes a lot of pleasure in seeing somebody hit the felt.
Yeah.
Sam and Phil lay down, and Gavin takes the pot.
And I keep doing this, keep busting him over and over again, same way.
Well, you busted me like, you haven't even busted me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Really?
You got all your money in bad once. You got a stone cold cooler in this last hand for the public that's on my hand. They know what I have.
How could it be a cooler, Phil? You couldn't have queens in the pocket, so how was it a cooler?
I couldn't have ace queen.
Overpair.
I couldn't have ace queen, and a queen pops off for me to lose a lot.
Well, if it was,
if you want to continuously talk about your great reads and your great play, though, you can't call that a cooler.
yeah, no.
I thought it was a cooler.
If your reads are that great, you should have probably been a good enough player to lay down the ace queen.
Phil, I thought it was a cooler.
What you think?
Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby's ribbing.
Bobby wants a raise in his contract.
I may have been able to lay it down on 4th Street.
Bobby's ribbing.
You could have laid it down a couple of different
Phil.
times. I mean, what, you think Sheiky's firing with 2 jacks, 10,000 on the river? Come on.
Yeah, but that's the way I limped in to let him do that. You know what I mean?
You might have been able to lay it down on 4th Street, maybe the river,
I
not 4th
limped in
Street.
for that reason.
Come on.
It's like I limped in on the button last hand, Gavin. What do you think I limped with there?
2 cards.
It was a pretty good hand. It's last hand. All you got to do is hit your T-bow and you'll see what I limped with.
All right, cool.
Raise and take it for Phil.
I played a trap.
I mean, honestly though, if you had ace queen,
I got clustered.
if you had ace queen, you played it horribly.
I can't. They just
You played it
You can move
horribly.
over, just put your cards
When
in
did
the
I play
pot.
it badly?
You come like this way,
Before
but
the
just
flop,
Make sure you got the cards in the
Yeah.
pot.
on the flop,
On the flop, it was
on the
checked.
turn,
I got clustered.
and on the river.
Okay,
That's when you
well,
played it bad.
If you want to
Well,
play
actually,
that-
on the flop, it was okay. Checking on the flop was all right, but every other street, you played it bad.
All right,
If Bobby
Gavin.
opened a restaurant,
Man,
would you eat
I'll just
at
call a
it,
spade a
Shawn,
spade.
after what he told us?
played it bad. If he hit the queen on the turn, calling the turn was a bad call.
It was.
Raise it up.
Why not?
Even
For those that
calling
missed it, the players are
Find out where
discussing
he's not
last
at,
night's
yeah.
final hand
I mean, I don't know.
Bets a flop, I might lay it down.
between Sheiky and Phil Hellmuth.
Yeah.
Pocket kings against ace queen.
I know one thing. If I'd have called, you'd have wished you'd have laid it down. Wasn't he?
I just want to bust your ass once and for all.
This would be a good time for you.
Could not play bad one time.
Really?
If you're lucky enough to have a big hand here, then I think I go bye-bye. So let's go.
All right, you got it. I'm all out.
Fourth one.
Yeah, I would have moved on with you this hand.
They didn't get a look at him.
Can you show the
Another
cards?
600 over to Phil's stack with no
Working
callers.
hard. These guys are working hard, doing a good
I'm
job,
thinking
and
about-
you're trying to be difficult by not showing your
Yeah,
cards.
you being difficult, you won't get invited back, bro.
Well, that's all right too. I mean, I got other places to go.
I'm bored, Sam. Tell me a
Where?
funny story.
Where you going?
I can stay at home and play TiVo.
Play TiVo.
I meant me.
I disagree with you,
Play
Gavin.
you?
I didn't play it terrible.
all right.
Wii?
You're entitled to your opinion.
Wii.
I mean, I'm the first guy to tell you when I think
Nintendo
you're playing
Wii.
well. I just think you
We
played
is
well.
the best.
Is that right?
Yeah, you said awful. There's a difference
play golf?
between awful and
I'm terrible.
You know, what do
I
you
think
want
they're
me
the
to
same. I'll go to 20 people and find 2 people that'll say awful and terrible are the same.
do? I tell you what, let's you go to 20. We can bet a lot of money on whether I played the hand bad, and that's what we can bet on.
You did it right,
And you get a bonus for this.
You got to consider your opponent
You
should
get a
calm.
bonus for this, Phil.
7 deuce suited.
Phil.
Grizzle raises and
The guy
takes
that
it.
went crazy with Jack 9 in the last show.
Phil,
Just for no reason at all.
Phil said that
He was raising every pot.
He did it so that when he has 2 kings, he's going to get paid off. Right.
Oh, you found a
He keeps talking about
justification
Jack 9
for
going
it.
crazy. I bluffed at a pot,
No,
and turn comes a Jack, and I moved all in. What am I supposed to do?
No, you're so bad at hold'em, you didn't know what you were doing.
Did you win?
Of course I won.
Yeah, he won. He won. He
I knocked him out and won the tournament.
this is the main game like 100 years ago. And all of a sudden he
The guy doesn't even
invented
play
something.
hold'em. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just don't believe it.
And imagine that. Just think if I did play hold'em. How about?
Then you might be some kind of great player if you play
Imagine if you
hold'em.
spoke English too, right?
Imagine if I played hold'em. Then what would happen?
Jeez, you'd be scared if you spoke
You're
English.
raising every pot, and when he finally got called, he didn't slow down. He fired right out on the flop.
He fired right out.
It's
on
like-
top.
Open-ended straight draw for
Made no
Gavin
sense at
Smith.
all.
Sam Grizzle's ace queen, the best hand until the turn.
Is that your answer?
Gavin's eights now in the lead.
Let's play triple draw.
Show him bluff one time.
But Grizzle will
I
bet
won a
the
lot of money playing
1,000,
triple
show
draw.
the ace queen, and take the pot.
Wow, Sam. Wow. I had an
you're playing
ace.
the
I had
game now,
ace
Sam.
X suited too, baby.
You're playing the
I had
game
ace 8.
now.
I laid down the best hand.
You had
Now you're
ace
playing
8,
some poker, Sam.
and I had ace 3 of spades.
Line still at 2 and 400.
Why would you dog a guy that used to back you? That doesn't make any sense to me.
He used to. He's not bagging
So
anymore.
what? So what?
Because he got so
The guy-
much
the guy-
money, he
the guy-
didn't need me no more.
Now it's Mikey. Now he's taking Mikey.
I mean, the guy threw you a bone and looked after you,
Praise.
and now you want to dog him. I don't think that's cool.
Yeah, but he did something real wrong after that.
Real wrong. Loaned you money?
No. Changed my seat when I was in the game.
Changed your seat in a game?
Yeah, when I come over to your table and let you, how much is it?
1,300.
You should at least tell me what you're talking about.
Well, that's what you did. We could go to arbitration. Says,
I'm the arbitrator. If you changed his seat, that was
Right,
wrong.
I was playing in 7th seat. I like 7th seat playing. It was playing like horse or something. And every pot was like covered the table, 8-16. Phil was playing 3 and 600.
Playing
He
good,
kept
Sam.
coming over, looking at the
Playing well.
table. And I said, he said, if anybody takes a break or something, I'd like to play over, right? So I knew I was gonna be gone for like 2 hours. So I said, Phil, you can play over here in my seat for like 2 hours. But
when I get back, you gotta get up.
But you gotta pay the time, right?
Oh, okay.
He said, oh, no, that's fine, right? No problem. Well, when I come back,
well, Sam,
I was 50,000 loser. I come back, I'm in the 5 seat. Yeah, now you're the arbitrator.
You want to talk about?
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
You want to talk
You're a
about
liar. You're a liar.
If you want to tell me,
you're a liar.
You're wrong.
You're a liar.
We already had a fight about this, a fist fight.
Well, we can have another one.
So therefore, I've had one fist fight in like 10 years,
Well,
Sam. I was
we can have another one.
Who won that fist fight? That's what we want to know. Let's make it
so
clear.
obviously you think you're right and I think I'm right. So
I know I'm right because I know what happened.
Well, if I can admit that I'm ripping up cards from a 7-Eleven, but I tell you you're wrong, or whatever it is.
Okay, so I wasn't in the 5 seat when I come back?
Sam.
Was I in the 5 seat?
I don't know what you're even talking about, to be honest.
Yeah, see? It went
No.
He knew everything till he don't know nothing. It don't matter. I love you. I love you, Phil. As long as you got money, I love you.
Talk about something you know about, which is basically nothing.
I want to know who won the fist fight.
I don't know. Don't look like I got the worst of it.
Picking up the action, Phil's pocket tens bet the turn. He gets called by Jean Robert with a pair of 4s.
You gotta hear the story about him and David Gray.
First time I ever met Sam.
Both players check the river and Phil takes the pot.
First time I ever knew who he was, he got in a fight at the Rio when the Rio used to do that tournament in January. He got in a fist fight there and got booted out. Got 8-6 from the Rio.
Sam, you're wrong about that. I held your seat for you.
I tell you what, we'll take a lot of Texas.
Yeah, and you'll lose because I remember it
Okay,
differently
I'll
than you
lose
do.
then.
So that's fine. We already had a fight about this. So
Phil,
I guess because you think you're right,
wrong.
you must be right.
Was I in the 5
Well, that's
seat?
exactly what you're saying. You're saying because you think you're right, you must be right.
No, I'm saying it's unresolved.
Okay, this is what you need to ask him,
I don't agree with
Mr.
him.
Arbitrator.
All right.
Was I in the 5 or was I in
What
the
seat
7?
was he in when he came back, Phil?
He wasn't even. He left the table. Look, you know what?
Did you or did you not play over him?
I didn't play over him in the first place. So that's number one.
Buddy.
So there's the first discrepancy. I didn't even play over him. So
We got issues.
We do have
I mean,
issues.
if y'all think about it, he done admitted to playing over me.
You did
I
actually.
didn't play
Yes,
over
you
It
did.
seemed like you did.
I didn't play over you.
You,
Sam.
Phil.
I agreed to hold your seat for you.
Let's talk about poker etiquette.
Okay, so what does that mean?
means-
He's
And I
holding
held
my
your seat for you,
Let's
Sam.
talk about poker etiquette.
And then they tried to charge your seat rake.
Yeah.
I wasn't in your seat.
Oh, you just kindly
The
held
game went
it
down to
while I was
four-handed.
gone, right?
Yeah,
Check.
I held your seat for you for free, is what I did.
Phil, you played over me. There was no
I
seat
didn't.
open. There was a big list.
Gavin takes the pot with 6 high.
I don't know, Phil. This one,
This
I don't know. I think at one point you did play over him. That's what I think.
I don't think
I don't know
played
about
over
him
him.
losing a seat, but I think you played over him.
All I heard that he has no idea what he's talking about. So if he doesn't know what's going on, then how could you argue against it?
Right.
That's all I know.
This is the first
Phil,
time.
you
This
know
is the
exactly
first
what
time.
happened.
Maury,
Maury.
you changed the rules, Maury. This is the first time. When people start lying, or that's when I want to have a Walkman. When people don't know what they're saying, that's
Who are
when
you
I need
looking
a
at?
Walkman.
Yeah,
Maury.
He's looking at Maury. He's in
Maury.
the ceiling.
You got a little Stevie Wonder thing
Help
going
me!
on there.
Give me a Walkman. They're lying, and then they're saying that they know stuff they don't know anything about.
Maury.
Help me!
Maury, you should bring a lie detector's test to the thing every night. We'll see who's lying.
Check it.
So in other words, we just got in a fight because you was being a nice guy holding my seat. Now think about what you just said, stupid.
Head up between Phil and
He held
Jean
my
Robert.
seat for me, right? He said he was a nice guy, and we got in a fight over that. Now tell me, does that make sense?
Not a lot of sense.
I
Why
held
would you
your
fight him
seat
for being a
for
nice
you.
guy?
were
But does this make sense that
You want to
he
hear
had
my version,
seat
Sam?
changed?
You started this. You want to hear my version or not?
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay. Check.
But you didn't lie anyway, because you already.
going to lie?
Yeah, you already turned into a liar.
Oh, okay, Sam.
And I can't believe
Okay,
it.
hold on, Sam.
Because
Hold on a second.
at one time I would have said Phil is the most honorable person
I don't think
played
Phil's a
with.
liar. He might not remember
He's
correctly.
not a
I don't think
liar.
he's a liar.
He's a double barrel liar.
Come on, Grizz.
I object. I object to that.
Grizz, you're on national TV.
No one has ever called me a liar in
I won't.
history.
I know it. That's why I'm telling you a double liar.
I've seen
Double barrel.
Phil is honorable.
That just killed all the chances of him ever staking you again.
Shawn Sheikhan still in the chip lead.
You're throwing mud on
Jean Robert Bellande in second, Gavin in third, Phil and Sam in fourth and fifth with the blinds at 2 and 400.
Don't you know that they're jacking you off?
Phil's credibility is in question. You got me on film.
Yeah, Phil. I mean, they're just making fun of you, and you.
I'm not making fun of you.
I'm not making fun of you. I don't think
I'm
you're
not making fun of you. I will tell you.
You already said you know he played over.
I will tell you one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I say he
in
may
poker
be
room.
incorrect, but he's not lying. He wouldn't knowingly lie.
Well, what does incorrect?
He might remember the facts differently than it happened. That happens all the time.
If you say, Sam, you drive a red car and I drive a yellow one, and I go show it to you, would you be incorrect and then you kept saying it? Would that be incorrect or be a liar?
Top pair for Gavin. He check calls. Shawn has middle pair.
Saw my car?
Sam,
Grizzle.
They want to talk to you about this up there, Sam.
Who?
Marianella.
Neither player bets the turn.
Sam Grizzle.
What is it, baby?
What's your side of the story? What's going on here?
There's a discrepancy, obviously, and Phil's wrong and I'm right.
Phil's wrong and you are right.
Yes.
You have no doubt in your mind.
Well, I've got 7 witnesses. He has none.
Now, is he lying or is he incorrect?
Well, if you want to put it mildly, he's incorrect. If you want to put it, down to what it is, he's lying. Yeah. Nice seeing you.
Hand with the rag and the
Knee jerk. Isn't that what happened?
What happened?
You and David Singer when we were playing like 4-800 triple draw shorthanded.
Yeah.
And you guys got in some sort of argument. 4 men came up, and you kicked David under the table, and then he slammed.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that has to be,
I don't know.
They got to have
about that.
cameras up under the table.
I don't know about that.
But I know one thing: if we'd have been in the parking lot, it wouldn't have been under the table.
Because there's not a lot of tables in parking lots.
Yeah, but we could move. I think everybody that thinks they might want to get into some trouble should play at least one time a week in the parking lot. No security, nobody to help them, no posse or nothing on them. Just one-on-one, mano.
Gavin's got a spade draw on the turn. Shiki's made the best hand with a pair of 8s.
That was my buddy Twan.
Twan Lee?
Yeah.
You beat him in a foot race. For how much?
I don't know. He said I ruined his life. I don't know. It must have been a lie. It was like probably all added up. It was probably a couple $100,000. Wow. He spotted me 10 yards going to 50.
Both players check the end. Shiki wins the pot with a pair of 8s.
Green high.
He spotted you 10 yards going to 50, and he couldn't fade that.
And I got another big race coming up at the end of the Bellagio tournament in December for $500,000.
Oh, really?
But I only get 8 yards.
8 yards to
Guess
get
who
2.
will? You know who will.
What is it?
I got another big foot race for $500,000.
For $500,000?
No, what you raced Twan Lee? You had
done
a
a
foot
combo.
race, and you had 10 yards start to 50 yards?
Yeah, but he's like 67 years old almost.
How old are you?
About 200, twice how much he weighs. My stomach's bigger than his whole body.
You won it, right?
Of course.
It was close though.
Was it close?
I wasn't there, but I heard it was like a couple
Photo
inches.
finish.
It wasn't a couple inches because I got good peripheral vision and I didn't see him. All I was looking at that yellow pole where we was racing to. You know where we raced, right?
Right. Commerce.
You know where
The street.
You know where they park you valet cars?
Yeah.
And you know where self-parking is?
Yeah.
From
Back.
there to there's a yellow pole right beside the turn-in where you go to self-parking where you don't run into the wall in case you're drunk. We ran to that pole.
How did you guys measure the 40 yards or 50 yards? Step that
One
off?
of his guys and Ted Forrest
Verified it?
verified it. What is it now? He 2 limpers and an 800. Damn, that sounds like aces are better. Take it.
There's no limpers.
Grizzle out of the way with queen jack suited. Couple of tens for Bellande.
Made it 800. I wish somebody would have told me. I would have called.
It's your right to pay attention.
I'm trying to increase the ratings on this show. I'm making it funny and entertaining.
And Shawn how to play poker.
Anybody can sit here and just be quiet and try to play. I'd probably have more chips if I'd have tried. I'm not even trying. I'm still in the game.
How much you got? 15?
No, I wish I did.
Jean Robert makes it 3,200 total.
Raised to 3,200.
But I played it good not knowing what was going on. Uh-oh.
He puts his on, he takes his off.
Looky here. That's
2,400 to call for
one
Phil.
Takes her glasses off, one puts hers on. I bet it's the one that puts her glasses on got the best hand. Anybody want to bet? You want to bet, Shawn?
Let him play the game, Sam.
No, I'm talking about
Other
from
side?
now to the future.
The one that what?
We'll bet like 1,000, and I'll bet the one that puts her glasses on has the winner more times than it has to lose.
You might be right.
Huh?
You might be right.
You'd have to bet. You'd have to think I'm right. All I know is tell them to stop the clock.
Hellmuth trying to find out whether or not Jean Robert is simply trying to pull a squeeze play.
Show him where the muck is, honey. He's mucking them.
He reluctantly lays down the king-queen suited. Gavin mucks as well. And Jean Robert takes the pot.
But yeah.
Jack
What I
queen,
had
Jack
was some credibility because I haven't played too many hands. That's what I had.
And if he was bluffing, it wouldn't surprise me, but I couldn't do anything. I was expecting Bobby to make a move on me early.
With the blinds at 2 and 400, Shawn Sheikhan still comfortably in the chip lead. Sam Grizzle on the short stack.
What do you mean? You could easily have had threes or fours or something like that.
I had Jack queen of hearts.
You looked so weak when you made your raise under the gun there that if Gavin had you, he would have raised you.
Phil limps in with a couple of fours.
Pardon
Gavin
me?
limps with king-5 suited.
I haven't looked at you.
Oh.
All right, Shawn.
I wasn't weak. I had king, queen,
Shawn,
of
watch
clubs.
for the sunglasses.
Wasn't a very good read.
They come off,
was
they
it?
ain't got
I didn't say it was, I mean, is that a super hand or something?
4 players to the flop. 3 jacks for Jean Robert.
No, y'all turn from being funny to violent.
Gavin has a spade flush draw.
This is huge here. Might be down to me and you, Shawn.
It is supposed to be?
Yeah.
Sheiky ducked out while both Phil and Gavin called.
How many jacks are in this deck?
About 3,000.
Wonder if Mike
What
moved
is
his
going
car.
on here?
He's double parked.
Jean Robert fires again, 3,000.
Come on, Grizz, let him play.
It's all right. I don't mind. There's gonna be a time where I'm gonna ask him to be quiet. Now I'm just frustrated.
Kind of tricky naked.
Never in my life. Millennium Capital Group.
Come on, Gabby. I thought you were gonna call him.
Spades.
Phil and Gavin both lay down, and Jean Robert takes the pot.
God.
Yeah, better. I king high spades. So if you had ace high spades, you were gonna get all.
He showed a 6 of spades and a jack of spades on the board.
After he bet out, call right behind him.
You are a player, son.
Sam, coming from you, that's worth better than card player of the year.
I think you had jack 6.
I mean, really?
It's worth better than card player of
Jack
the year.
6. A million to one he didn't have Jack 6.
I think you had jack 6.
It looks that way. I mean, you know, this is Bobby though. He might have thought a 3 was good. I limped in with an overpair.
This is Bobby.
So he might have thought a 3 was good or some sick thing.
A lot of people would have
Blind
slowed
up
down
6.
after getting called by 2 people behind. A lot of people.
Blinds up to
I
3
know
and
one
600.
thing, y'all giving way too many lessons at this table.
A lot of people.
It's for the American public.
It's American. I got news for you guys. It ain't just American. This show is seen in like 17 countries. You know, it ain't just the American public.
So y'all making it harder and harder for me to make a living. Look at that. He showed an
Yeah, he's
ace.
throwing away aces?
I was just trying to show Gabby I'm laying it down. I don't want to show it to Sam. He tried to rob me every blind with 7 deuce. I just decided to start re-attacking.
No, I didn't try to rob you. I did rob you.
Yeah, you robbed me several times. I was impressed with the way Daniel just robbed me and robbed me and robbed me the other day.
When?
When we played, he just robbed everybody. I was really impressed.
He got down to you and him head up?
No, I won it, but I mean, I was impressed.
You were.
I'm impressed with Bobby. I mean, fire.
Can
I think he jack 6. I'd almost bet on it.
Thanks. Let me take this away.
I bet he don't. I mean, the jack of spades is up. What do you think
The problem with my hand is, Gavin, once you call, now I'm in a weird position.
I hear you.
Now I can't.
You cost me a lot of money. He would have made a move if you.
I think you had jack 6.
It cost me a lot of money.
I'd bet on it.
It was another cold-blooded flop for me, actually. Jack 3.
Is there any time you ever lost a pot it wasn't a cooler? Ever?
How does a spade not come on the turn? That's a cooler.
Jean Robert opened limps in the cutoff with King 6 suited.
On his mind.
And Sheikhy wakes up with aces on the button and makes it 1,000 more.
He's going to get reckless in a minute.
Is that a picture of Phil?
Actually,
it looks a little like a donkey, right?
I hadn't thought about that.
Jean Robert makes the call and he'll be heads up and out of position.
I shouldn't show it to him. He might get offended. I mean, I feel like I'm at the San Diego Zoo. I got turkeys and monkeys and
He's checked over to Shawn.
donkeys. I can't. Well, I'm playing bad though. I know I'm.
Shawn
losing.
fires 3,500.
I should have played that 10 jack bad. I would be having fun now, huh?
You would be. I'd be having about the same amount of fun as I'm having.
I know, but it would have put a different light on the subject. I gotta go to the bathroom again.
Jean Robert lays it down and Sheikhy takes the pot.
Woo! Play horrible.
How could you bet that hand, Shawn?
That was a bad play.
So brutal, it's unbelievable.
Blind still at 3 and 600. Short stacked Phil Hellmuth on the button. Jean Robert first to act. He limps in with a couple of 4s.
Run him over, Sheik. Get in there, bud. That's how you won last time, right? You crazy running over. It worked. When we finally nailed you, you sucked out.
Both the blinds in the pot.
Run us over. It's only
3
gonna
players
cost
to the
8,000,
flop.
9,000 when we pick you off. You might pick that much up running us over, right?
No bets.
You ever think of that?
Jean Robert's pocket 4 is the best hand. He's also got the best diamond draw. But it's Gavin that fires out with 6 deuce. No callers and Gavin takes the pot.
Well, there's a lull
Have you
in
ever seen me
that.
play bad, Phil?
Whenever I've seen you play bad?
Yeah. When have you seen me play bad?
Whenever he's watched you play.
That's the goofiest question I ever heard.
Are you talking about bad no limit or bad where?
I'm talking about no limit.
Ante up, Bob.
3 and 6.
I don't think you ever seen me play bad.
I saw you play bad 5
I saw you
times
play
last night.
when you sat to my left. You were a little bit crazy that day. But you had the best hand when we finally played it. But you had to spike an ace in the turn to have it.
No. What about the time when I raised you 3 times with the ace-9?
Well, when people overplay their hands, I never really think of it as being very. I don't think of it as being very
I'm
good.
sorry.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
sorry. That's not what happened.
Bobby,
I bet and you raised me.
Bobby, I'm on a confirmation thing here. Did you go broke 5 times yesterday at the Bellagio?
Pardon me?
Did you go broke 5 times at the Bellagio last night?
I didn't play at the Bellagio last night, so no.
Sam.
Okay, maybe not last night.
Okay,
Night before.
that's all right. That's all right. How is it possible to go broke 5 times in one night?
I don't. Well,
How's it possible?
no, I mean like have to rebuy
Sam.
5 times. Have to rebuy 5 times.
No.
I shouldn't say nothing. I got
Bobby
broke
says
twice.
that's not true, Sam.
Well,
I don't think it's
Here he
fair.
No
comes,
callers and
boys.
Sheikhy adds 900 to his stack.
Go, Sheikhy, go. Time to rob us.
So I don't think it's nice of you to make
now?
it.
I don't know how to
You told me to run over the game table, so I just took advice.
I don't think it's nice of you to make up stories about Bob.
That's exactly what I want.
Oh, the dots over here. I've been putting them in the wrong place. Let me scoot over.
Yeah, scoot on over. I don't think it's nice of you to. My dots are there. I'm center mass. I don't think it's nice of you to make up things about Bobby.
Twice, and then I bet the river the same small amount.
He says it's not true.
And then you called.
You know we're not gonna get no.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever played
I've never
badly
seen you play terrible, ever.
Yeah,
You're the
all right.
blind there.
No limit
Shikola.
hold'em tournaments.
Right.
But you know, I mean, we've played in the side games where I've seen you.
I don't think
You used
so.
to, like 5 years ago, you used to play Omaha 8 or better?
5 years ago, okay. 5 years ago. That's possible.
Deuce to 7 triple draw, I never see you lose, so. Or Badoogie.
Really?
He never loses when I'm there.
You really?
Yeah, it's sick.
Bobby, let's ask Bobby this. Bobby, what do you play better? No limit hold'em tournaments or deuce to 7 triple draw?
4 players to the flop. Gavin's got a spade flush draw.
You know,
Grizzle's
you know
ace
how it
10,
is?
the
When
best
there's a
hand
guy
for
who
now.
just never loses when you're around. That's him. I hear about all the money he sails through or whatever, but I never see it.
Gavin bets the spade draw. No callers, and he'll take the pot.
I'll bet it isn't.
Line still at 3 and 600. Sheiky still in the chip lead. Sam Grizzle on the short stack.
Why don't I not get to know
And
who
then
won the fight?
insisted he was right. So I mean, it was
Who
probably
won the
just,
fight?
I mean, if you want to talk with me, talk with me. But
I want to talk with you right now. Who won the fight?
It was. I'll tell you this much. This is true. Sam and I had a fist fight. It's the only fight I've been in since 1984.
So you lost. So you're telling
No,
me.
I didn't say that. We both landed lots of punches. The next day, there wasn't a mark on either one of our faces. So to me, it was the best.
I got my 50,000 Mac 180, so I felt like I was the victor.
So all I know is this. All I know is
the great
this.
part about
It was the best fight I've ever been in because nobody got hurt. That's a true story.
Well, it was the only fight you've ever been in, so it's got to be the best.
No, I mean, I think I fought when I was like 16 years old or something.
You said it was the first fight of your life, so now you're lying about that.
See?
Gavin's queens with a jack kicker, the best hand on the flop. Sheiky also has queens with a 10 kicker.
Like 80 something, isn't it?
Oh, you might not be lying then. My bad. Now I feel really bad for that. Now I feel really bad about that.
No, he said it's 80.
Bet 1,000.
1,000 on one pair.
Sam fires out with 10 high.
How much money you got, Grizz?
7,
10-ish.
9, 10-ish.
Actually, yeah, 10-ish.
10-ish. This could be it. The whole show might close. Phil call.
Sheiky lays it down. Phil calls with a pair of 5s.
Unbelievable.
I guess I'm in a good laydown.
Well, Gavin knew I had something.
Gavin's called with the best hand.
But I check it, Sammy. Check, 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 check.
Sam picks up a pair of 7s. Fires a second barrel, this time 2,500.
Going for the gusto.
Phil lays it down. Gavin lays it down as well, and Sam shows them the bluff while he takes the pot.
No, not me. I had it. I made a bad play.
I played that.
I played it bad. I had the queen. I was
How do you make a bad play? You should have bet, Gavin? How do you
I had a queen.
Or call?
Oh, Gav, when he said I'm going for the gusto, it seemed like he was weak.
Like an open book, wouldn't it, Phil?
It seemed pretty weak to me. But you had me beat. I had 5s.
I mean, he's betting into 2 players right there.
I mean, I've made bad laydowns before. I'll do it again. I'll probably do it again today.
But that's such an old school play. They always check. They always bet on the
Old
last.
school.
When everybody checks, they always bet on the
They
last.
always play.
I like your play,
old
Gavin.
school.
They just saying that, Gavin.
I don't care.
They making
I should
fun
have just
of it.
raised it up on the flop and taken
I
it
don't know how
away.
you played it bad. I like the way you played it.
I'm folding.
You like it when he said I'm going for the gusto?
Who said that?
You like that when he said that?
Sorry.
Oh, now ace-10 offsuit.
What?
Huh?
Who's that?
Accident.
Sam.
That's you, Grizz?
He accidentally threw it in.
Yeah, accidentally. He's been watching
I
Brad
can't
Booth
help
trying
it.
to.
Who is Brad Booth?
Call.
I mean, y'all calling out names I never heard of. Is he that guy busted and sent back to the Yukon? They called him Yukon John.
Even bro.
He come down here with 107,000. I beat him the first day. He asked me for $40 to get a bus. I said, I don't think that'll get you there. I give him 100. That's a true story
That
too.
is not a true story.
Okay,
It's
that ain't a
pretty
true.
close, though.
Well, I tell
It might
you
be
what,
half right.
Ask him. Ask him. Y'all just don't know what y'all messing with here. I'm like the alien part 88.
You might have beat him out of 100,000, but he didn't ask you for $40.
Well, okay. That part he did for sure. It could have been a 98,000.
I don't know if it's possible for me to play much worse than I am right now. Might be, but it's gonna be hard.
I tell you who's playing the worst right now.
I am for sure.
No,
Not
Phil.
even close.
Phil is.
Mike.
Phil.
He's holding it together right now.
She's playing.
3 players with less than their original 20,000, 2 with better than. Blinds at 3 and 600.
I mean, it's not hard to play no limit hold'em when you have 2 queens and 2 kings.
I've had aces like 4 times today.
I mean,
Are you serious?
All right, twice.
you've had aces twice?
Kings and queens.
Oh man, that's it. That's unbelievable.
I misplay both of them.
Raised 1,500.
I had jacks a couple times.
Aces twice, kings once. Maybe kings twice.
Oh, you might have had aces on the hand where it flopped a queen? Queen rag rag?
With you?
Yeah.
Jack, rag, rag.
No.
Jack
It had the queen rag rag.
Jack 6-4, 2 diamonds.
No, there was another hand where it came queen rag rag.
I don't know, but
And you bet out and I folded.
I don't think nobody
that
here's
had 5
playing
bluffs.
their A game.
Did you really?
I think I did. I'm not sure.
Wow. I made a bad laydown.
Well, that's what she
I know I've
does.
been awful.
I made a bad laydown. I had a big hand.
That's the first hand
But
I
the best
played
thing is-
decent.
The best thing is when you're playing awful, but you're still in, because you can always turn it around and start playing better.
That's true. Thanks for building me up. Because I'll need it against, what's your name again?
Depends on how much money I have, Sam.
You got
I wish
that
I would have had. I wish I would have had. I'm not saying you played the hand bad, Gavin. I don't mind you lay down, but I wish I would have had a queen that hand. Because of that, I'm going for the gusto. Just seemed like.
Yeah, he got me. I had a queen 10, queen 10.
Phil, what are your thoughts on all the other guys at the table?
I mean, they're all pretty good players. Yeah.
Rank them.
I'm not gonna rank them. I don't want to piss anybody off.
Rack him, Philly.
But I mean, Gavin's the best.
Sean
Gavin's
said
the
rank
best.
'em.
Gavin's the best Nolan tournament.
Because I know I'll be the
hold'em
last.
player at
I'll
the
be last
tournament.
place.
At the table, except for me.
Except for me.
Well, I'm the best in the world, so
I'm best in the world. Woo!
I don't even think anybody argues that even.
You are best in the world, Philly.
I know.
I envy you.
Thank you.
2,700.
$2,700.
Gavin has outflopped Grizzle's ace-king.
Wow.
After both players checked the flop, Sam checked the turn, and Gavin's bet out 2,700.
I thought I bet pretty big myself. Yeah. All right, take it.
You guys are boring.
Yep. We are that, I believe that. We are boring, Shawn.
Let us get the chips you got. We might be a little more exciting, Shawn.
How much you got, Shawnee?
Almost 120.
I know it's a lot less than 120.
It's almost 120.
Almost 120.
Are you serious?
That's how stupid you guys are.
There's only 120 in the tournament, Bobby.
God,
Are you serious?
That was funny, right? He said, "Are you serious?"
He's like counting my
Hey
chips
man,
down
listen.
too.
I just play poker. I play by feel. I don't know the mathematics.
You play poker in the woods.
I play by feel.
In the rice pick.
I play by feel. I don't know the math, guys.
I know one thing. I'd hate to follow you in the eating line. Wouldn't that keep you from eating in the buffet? If you, did y'all have a rice?
You know, the funny
buffet?
thing is when we were out there, I probably ate less than anybody else on my tribe.
You slept more. I
much
saw the
you
first
lose?
episode. You were like sleep the whole time on the
Did you
living
lose
room.
like 30
I
pounds?
slept less than everybody, Chip.
Bob, did you
They
lose?
just showed me sleeping because it was in the afternoon.
Hello? Did you lose about 30 pounds?
Yeah.
Head up between Phil and Gavin, both players with ace high. Gavin's got the better ace and position. He's picked up a gut shot on the turn. Both players check.
Stuff that you wouldn't eat on the house.
That was brutal.
Ace high.
They check the river as
He
well,
asked
and
me how
Gavin
was
rolls
it.
over the winner.
Wow.
High level poker right there.
On that
Good
board.
hand, Gabby.
Raise, call, check, 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 check.
I know it's hard for you all to understand that.
It is. I mean, it's so far over our head, it's like a blimp going over.
Fortunately, none of you guys back me, so I don't have to worry about making you guys happy.
Yeah, but they can see it on TV.
Yeah, I think my backer's all right with it.
Well, if they are...
It's high-level poker, Sam. We'll explain it to you later, okay?
Yeah, I know it.
High level.
I know it. I'd like,
we
I'll
know
tell you what.
we know the rest of you three just shove with ace king. We
I
know.
tell you what.
That's a
I'd
really
like
good
to
play.
play you some horse, deuce of 7 Raz, and triple draw and Padoogie. And I give you 20% of your money back. And as you say, put up all the cash.
And as soon as you agree, he'll ask Shawn to stake him.
I won't have to ask him. Shawn will be the first. Shawn will already have the money in front of me. Right, Shawn?
You know I got your back, Grizz. All you've done for me throughout the years. What's funny, Phil?
What do you think's funny?
What, you speechless now?
Blinds at 3 and 600. Shawn Sheikhan is comfortably in the chip lead with 48,000. Jean Robert behind him with 29,000, followed by Gavin, Sam, and Phil in that order.
Wait till I win a pot. I ain't winning too many pots. Nobody knows but me.
I'm going south with the funds.
Go ahead, it's fine with us. You got us covered. I checked.
I just went south.
For the winner?
That's a lesson for the American public right there. Minimize your risk.
Pair of jacks for Gavin Smith. Ace is up for Jean Robert. All three players check.
At 800.
Sam, the only player with a heart, bets out 800. Jean Robert just calls. Back over to Gavin.
Bob, you call me every time.
Heads up now.
You call me every time.
Ace is full for Jean Robert.
Every time.
Got 1,500. 16. Raise
Like it's nothing.
55 to 5,500.
He threw that stack in like he was not even there.
He beat him a pot.
Sam fired on the end. Jean Robert raised it up, and he'll take the pot.
Excellent lay down, Sam. I know you need to be able to call the wife and tell her Jean Robert gave you a compliment. Excellent lay down. Put that in the little file.
I don't know, but
Amazing that there's two people here, two people at this table get used to get called something different, eh? Bobby becomes Jean Robert, and Phil Hellmuth becomes Phil Hellmuth. They both changed their name halfway through.
Slash the Brat, Poker Brat.
They both changed their name halfway through. What's up with that?
Who called you the Brat?
Halfway through.
Who gave you that name, Philly?
An old buddy of mine.
My boys, like you, can call me Bobby.
Andy
My
Glazer.
name never changed.
Really?
Bobby's short for Robert.
You remember Andy?
Raise to 1,700.
I know. I just can't picture him.
He was a great guy. He's not with us anymore, but great guy.
Every time I got a hand, I raise it.
I like to bet on that.
Throw away with nothing.
Oh man,
You get me in the hand plenty of times by limping on the button.
Every final table writing.
I know sometimes I
I've
don't.
actually checked big hands in the big blind.
I don't always want to limp. Sometimes I want to limp, and sometimes I don't want to limp.
You know, against any other player besides you and Phil, I think limping the button is a waste of time. With you guys, it's intimidating. I've checked big hands in the big blind because I never know what you could
guys
have.
is intimidating. How could you say that to them?
They know it.
Why are you stroking them?
Yeah, Gavin knows it. Gavin's a strong player. Gavin is probably the most underrated player out there.
We already know that, Shiki.
Gavin's probably the most underrated player out there. Kenny Tran was the best player never to make it on TV till about a year or two.
He opened his mouth? He opened his mouth on TV?
Back to limping for Gavin with the 10-9 suited.
That happens to me.
Who's the best player never to be on TV right now? Best no-limit hold'em player.
Let's go. Let's play.
Probably David Pete. He's probably the best no-limit hold'em player never to be on. David Pete Viffer. He's probably the best no-limit player never to be on TV. He'll probably kick my butt for announcing that he's a good player here.
Jean Robert leads right out with top pair. Gut shot, straight draw, and 2 overcards for Sheikhan.
No,
He'll
he's
call.
a great player.
Gavin calls with the open ender. Sam says goodbye with ace high. Jean Robert checks over to Sheikhan. And Sheikhan fires 2,500. Almost 3-1 on his money if Gavin calls, and he does. Jean Robert lays down the best hand.
Seems like we've been playing a while. Can you ask him, honey?
Sheikhan's jack high, the best hand now. He fires 3,500. Gavin lays it down, and Sheikhan takes the pot.
I had it. You guys are all great players in my book.
Don't matter if you had it or not.
If I could read, I'd read all you guys' books.
8 minutes.
Would you read Bobby's?
Bobby.
My book's not about poker strategy.
How to go to the restroom with etiquette on the island and a rice paddy.
We'll get you some copies for the flight home.
My book's just about the daily ongoings of a poker player on the road.
Well, you have to stay on the road.
Broke and living like a millionaire. Broke and living like a millionaire.
Easy, Gavin.
Okay.
Raise to 1,700.
Gavin no longer content to limp, back to raising 1,700 with king 4 of spades.
Gentle.
And he'll pick up 900 from the blinds.
Played the last hand bad again. So I had to fuck it. I think that Sheikhan.
I had the straight.
I thought you had a straight. That's why I called. I thought you'd pay off a big bet.
Oh, I flopped the open in 6-9 I had.
6-9. The queen came on the turn.
I guess I
Oh,
played.
no, I was bluffing, then the 5 come and give me a straight.
Oh, he made the straight on the river?
You're such an idiot. You believe anything I say?
I wasn't paying attention once I folded.
Well, you were in a hand.
I folded. The queen came on the turn.
I honestly only called because I thought you had enough of a hand to pay off about 6,000 on the river.
Oh, you had 9-10, huh?
Yeah.
Of the 5 players left, 2 are first-timers, those being Sam Grizzle and Jean Robert Bellande.
So that's the only reason I called 2,500 on the turn. It's probably
The other 3 players are all former winners on Poker After Dark in Gavin, Shawn, and Phil.
Oh, all I know is I hope you guys let me play Shawn heads up. Wow. That'd be.
What are you gonna do?
What's that?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Throw a punch for that.
I think Bobby would kick your ass. I saw him on Survivor. I think he'd kick your ass.
I've seen you throw a punch one time.
Me?
Yeah. I think it was here, as a matter of fact, right here.
6s for Hellmuth, open ender for Gavin, 5s for Grizzle.
My little girl, she's 9 years old, she hits harder than you. I swear to God she does.
Ah, that's funny.
Fortunately, I really don't need to hit people, so it's all right. Doesn't really matter how hard I hit.
You're a nice guy.
Phil bets 1,200 on the turn, and Sam calls with no heart in his hand.
Man, you guys play like little girls. 1,200, 1,500, 600. Put some money in the pot.
I just put in 2,500. What the hell do you want from me?
6.
Grizz, you playing good over there, Grizz?
Both players check the end, and Phil takes the pot.
Huh? Well, I will sit down before the next hand goes.
Yeah, we covering the...
No, it's fine. I was having a sip of my drink.
Put them all in the next hand.
Want some chips? No?
Put them all in the next hand.
You could have probably won that one. You should have bluffed him, I think.
I'm playing real best I've ever seen him play.
Sheiky's playing solid.
Told you guys, I'm picking up big hands.
Dude, I don't know why you keep complimenting Sheiky.
What am I doing?
The guy's got aces,
Sam's
kings,
card
and queens
dead,
every
but
hand, and
he's
he's always got the
Unbelievable.
best one.
I ain't had nothing.
I mean,
I know your card dead.
Nothing. I mean, it's just absolutely scary.
Limpy from the one hole, Gavy.
Shawn, I can't give you credit for playing well. I mean,
I'm actually playing pretty bad.
Check.
I don't know if you're playing bad or well. I know you have a lot of chips, but you've had a lot of big hands.
3 players to the flop. Hellmuth flops a diamond flush draw. He'll bet 1,100.
I hate to mock the best hand, I really do.
No callers, and Phil takes the pot.
Well, you might have had the best hand, but I was a favorite over it.
That's a good answer.
It's true. I had a flush draw.
If y'all caught
2 cards
the
over
I
a trick.
caught, y'all done been gone.
Sam, it's too bad the American public doesn't get to appreciate your humor more often. Because you are the funniest poker player in the world.
Thanks, Phil. I'm beginning to think I'm also the unluckiest.
No, Mike is.
Mike's got that sewn up.
Mike.
You see how unlucky he is? When he has 2 9s, he runs into 2 queens.
Yeah, but look how he put his money in.
He's really unlucky. When he has 2
How's
9s,
that? That's how stupid you are. How's that unlucky? You didn't play
I
it bad?
don't think it's unlucky, Sean. I'm making a
not
joke,
unlucky.
okay?
Well, you acting like you,
How's the worst in the world?
It's a little unlucky to run into a big hand.
Well, against me, it's a different story against Phil.
Top pair for Sam Grizzle.
All in.
All in.
28.
Sam, can you
He fires all in and takes the pot uncontested.
the camera?
Reshow.
Can I see it too?
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell him I'm sorry back there. I'm just a little aggravated right now. But I don't mean not to show the card. Not used to it. I've been playing 106 years without a camera.
Why 106?
Usually when I got a camera, it's planted in the wall behind me and they sending me across.
I still like the nightmare story. The nightmare story was incredibly clever, but the reply was even better.
The 2 backers? That's strong.
No, I was there when Sam got into fisticuffs with David Gray.
I heard about that one.
I was there. I sat in that game all night long.
You seen that go down?
I saw it go down.
Sam told me that David Gray was hugging his legs. Is that right,
Buddy,
Gray?
that was the weirdest
Hugging
fight I've
my
ever
ankle.
seen in my life.
Hugging your ankle?
I was popping him in the back of the head. And then I got in a fight with that other guy. While security was coming, I got in another fight.
You did. Sammy was sitting right here, Sheiky. Right on the
raised
end of the
Sheik?
seat, and I was sitting
You
right
raised
here.
Sheik?
We played 8 and 1600 all night
You saying
long.
here, he's saying that?
I'm
Yeah.
all in, Sheik.
All in.
I'd rather give it to you as anybody.
I'll call.
Call.
I ain't got nothing.
I ain't even looked at but one card. It was an ace.
Ace.
Ace is good.
Wow.
See, they're going up.
Sam all in with ace-5 against Sheiky's king 10.
Why would you call,
Easy
Sean?
call there, Sean.
Wow, Sheiky called with 5 dimes
That's
more.
amazing, isn't it?
5 dimes more, like 3 dimes more.
That's sick.
He made 16. He's got like
5 dimes more?
7. He's got like 7,000.
Well, I thought you only had 5,000.
5,400 more.
I thought it was only 3,000 or 4,000 more than me. I played Can I muck it now?
Turns out you made a good call.
Why would you want to?
Now that you know,
So
why would you
sick.
want to muck it?
Now you want to muck it? Now that you know, Sean?
Now that he knows.
You want to muck it now?
Sheiky outflops Sam with a pair of 10s.
Lucky Sam. If he counts your money properly, he's not going to call. So you need for him to misplay the hand and
He's
for
not
him
supposed to call.
and for him to get there on you. You got to run in. You got to run.
It's not over yet.
Unlucky
There's 3
with bad
aces.
play. Unlucky with bad play.
Sorry, Grizz.
Yeah, I know you are.
Yeah.
I know you are.
So Sam Grizzle is sent home in 5th place by his good friend Shawn Sheikhan.
Good luck, guys. I did get a free pack of beef jerky. Good guy. Good playing, guys.
All right, Sam.
How do you get out of this rat dump?
Sam, they're going to interview you right over here.
Oh my God. They didn't really like this interview. Good call, Shawn.
What am I supposed to do, Grizz? I think I
You're supposed to do what you're supposed to. Play like an idiot, like you always do.
Doesn't matter if
Call 5 dimes more?
What's his stack?
5,400.
You would have, right?
What's your stack? What?
The way he went all in,
I went to.
King.
What do you think he went all in with? 2 aces, 2 kings? The way he went all in that spot?
He's moved all in like twice in 5 hours.
King high could have been the best hand.
No way.
Time for Sam to check in with Marianella.
So is it a habit for you to look at one card and make a move?
When you're low on chips and you got position, I'm not going to tell you what the average hands for the blinds is, but it's a lot worse than ace, so
Yeah.
if the averages worked out, I would have won it.
Well, we enjoyed having you on Poker After Dark, and on the bright side, you have some very delicious beef jerky there. I can smell it.
I got me a $20,000 pack of beef jerky.
There you go, Sam. Thanks for playing this week.
Thank you very much.
Blinds have gone up to 4 and 800, and after eliminating Sam Grizzle, Sheikhan has extended his chip lead over Jean Robert Bellande. Gavin Smith in third place. Phil Hellmuth on the short stack with 14,000.
It's just nobody ever gave him a chance to win. And he turns to 10 of clubs, and doesn't pair, and says, all right, good game. Nice lay down.
Gavin limps in with ace-4 suited. Jean Robert raises on the button with king-queen off. Gavin calls and we're heads up.
Looks like the Monte Carlo repeat, by the way. Gavin, Bobby, and I playing every day side games. I won every day. Every day.
You never lose.
Oh, sure I do.
Both players check it all the way down, and Gavin's ace high will drag the chips.
They think that just because you limp, you're always going to fold sometimes, Phil. But sometimes we don't fold, right?
I've been limping with ace-x suiteds and ace-queens. And
sometimes we don't fold, right? Sometimes we call.
Sometimes we call.
I don't know how good a play calling a limped pot with 9-6 diamonds is, I mean,
He wanted that play.
I mean,
He took you on.
I'm just saying, what's that?
He took you on.
Yeah, I mean, how'd that work out for him?
He just took you on.
I mean, he certainly got there.
Well, how did it work out, or how did it look like it was going to work out?
All right. I mean, that's going to happen. But I'm just saying, I mean, is that really the right spot to do it in a limped pot? 2-way. There's not even a small blind to win out of it. Okay? He called a bet on the. I mean, it's retarded.
There was no value in that one.
I don't know.
He keeps talking about how bad he's playing today, and all day I'm telling him you haven't been playing so bad. The first bad play he makes, I get the shaft.
That was not the first bad play. I take offense to
Check.
That was pretty bad.
Head up between Phil and Gavin. Phil's turned an open-ended straight draw. Gavin has top pair.
Small blind.
And now 3 sevens for Gavin Smith. Phil check folds and Gavin takes the pot.
I take offense to you saying that was the first bad play, buddy. Seriously.
Well, that's the first noticeably bad play. That's the
I
first,
don't
first
think
bad
it
play
was.
that I know.
I think I was going to win that pot no matter what, as long as you didn't hit.
You were not going to win that pot no matter what.
You were going to call the river, right?
You're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind. You were not calling
Why
the
did
river.
I call the turn, Gavin?
Because you wanted to see if I'd fire again.
Because I thought you had ace. I thought you had a jack. That's why I called the turn.
No?
I thought you had an ace then. So why did I call the turn? I thought maybe you might hit a 6 on the river.
No, because you thought your hand was
why
best.
Why did I call the turn? If I thought my hand was best, then how in the world?
Because lots of times you change your opinion.
I checked blind.
Lots of times you change your opinion.
All right, good.
No, I'm doing it again to you. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to float again with nothing. And
Good
get you
play.
again.
Keep doing that.
I'm going to float again with nothing, and I'm going to get the pot. I'm going to prove it to you.
Hellmuth limps in on the button with pocket 8s. Gavin accepts the invitation from the small blind, and Jean Robert checks his ace in the big blind. Gut shot straight draw for Gavin, top pair for Jean Robert, and middle set for Phil Hellmuth. No one betting. Gavin turns a pair of fives. Jean Robert has picked up a wheel draw to go with his aces. Hellmuth bets the set when it gets checked over to him. Gavin calls, and now Jean Robert has made it 2,500 total.
$6,500 straight.
I'm all in.
Call.
You got me. Snakes.
Oh, you're drawn almost dead.
Wow. Nice. Wow.
I had a 4.
I had an 8.
I had 4 or 5 diamonds.
You can't make quads. None of that.
I guess I could use a 4, dealer.
Jean Robert has Phil covered. He needs a 4 to eliminate him, otherwise Phil will double up.
Okay, 5.
7 of hearts is no help, and Phil Hellmuth has doubled into second place.
10. 10,425.
Phil, you finally trapped me once.
He said he was going to do that.
Yeah,
You
I
did.
didn't think it would take 4 days or whatever. I mean, come on.
Get real.
I mean, come on.
Right.
I went with a lot of big hands, just waiting and waiting and waiting.
So after doubling up Phil Hellmuth, Jean Robert Bellande finds himself on the short stack with 14,000. Shawn Sheikhan still in the chip lead with almost half the chips in play, and the blinds at 4 and 800. Sheiky's opened the pot for a raise to 2,000. Phil Hellmuth appears to be thinking things over with 9-5 offsuit from the small blind.
$6,400.
And he puts in a re-raise of 4,400 more. Gavin quickly folds from the big blind. Action back on Sheiky. Sheiky lays it down, and Phil Hellmuth makes a nice move on the chip leader.
Yeah, that's cold. Yeah, you muck the hand and then they make you look at it again, and then you might change your mind. It's like, damn, I wish I hadn't mucked that, and you got no recourse.
Right.
Huh?
And he moves all in.
Right. It's like, oh, I can't believe I folded that. That's cold.
You got a small pair?
I can't talk about my hand, Sheiky. I think you're playing it real well.
It looked like an opportunity. It looked like an opportunity, Jean Robert. I read you for not having much. I was right, but you had enough to call with. It looked like an opportunity.
Gavin limps on the button. Small blind mucked it. Sheiky's checked his pocket fours. And there's an action flop. Sheiky's got a set of fours. Gavin Smith has top pair and the nut flush draw. He's bet out 1,500. Sheiky raises 4,000 more. Not gonna slow play his hand.
I'm all in.
I call.
And there's the all-in and call. Sheiky has Gavin well covered.
Oh, you're not out of the woods, though.
Nice hand, bro.
Jack of clubs, not any help to Gavin's hand to stay alive. He's going to need a heart other than the Jack of hearts.
Good game, bro.
King of clubs won't cut it, and Gavin Smith has been eliminated in 4th place.
No one got it for Grizzle. You notice that? Grizzle's passed on his own.
What are you gonna do, bro?
I'll go try and win Mikey's 20.
See if I can do it.
All right.
So Gavin, we know you have what it takes to win another title. What happened this week?
Not really too much, you know. I don't think I played it all that well, but you know, the last hand I limped on the button and had ace deuce of hearts. Comes up ace high with 2 hearts. You know, that's a pretty good gambling flop against a lot of hands. It just so happened that you know, Sheikhan had a set that time. He doesn't have to have a set, you know.
Let's be honest.
And,
I mean, Gavin had 25,000 in chips or more. He hasn't been in a confrontation all week long. He played great poker. Flopped top pair and a flush draw. He had to go.
Hit 3 4s. It was good.
And Shawn's almost
That was just unlucky.
70,000 chips.
Yeah, Shawn's got a lot of chips. He's playing really good. He's got a good chance to win, but you know, these guys aren't giving up. You know, Phil's playing well. He's gone down low twice. He's come back up both times. So you know, I think it's gonna be fun to watch Theo win.
All right, well, Gavin, thanks so much for playing this week.
Drawn dead. You understand that?
I believe it.
Shawn Sheikhan has eliminated 3 players so far, which is part of the reason he has almost 2/3 of the chips in play.
Oh, you were trapping with King Jack?
With the blinds
I
at
was
4 and
trapping with
800,
King 9
Jean
right behind
Robert
you.
is in
Wow.
trouble with
I didn't
13,000.
know you made traps.
$1,300 more.
Raise 1,500 more.
How much more you have?
10,000.
Bellande getting aggressive with his short stack, not wanting to let Phil limp in and take a flop.
Wow. Let's see, I limped into re-raise, you know. Let me see if I'm gonna follow through. 10 more? God, it was just clear as day. I'm going to limp in, he's going to raise, I'm going to move in. And I just knew what was going to happen in advance. It's just kind of weird. I'll be curious about this hand later.
Phil lays down King 5 and sends 800 to short stack Jean Robert.
Excellent lay down, Phil.
If you were bluffing, good bluff, buddy. I mean, my mind was made up. I was limp in. You only have 10 left. I know you're gonna try to rob me. So
6 and 12 this hand. I just went up the blinds.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and rob you with my short stack.
I don't know. I laid it down because I thought you had me beat, but that's so weird. That was my plan.
6.
It was going to be insta raise all in. From
6, Bobby.
You play really good, bro. That's why you're the best in the world.
Blinds have gone up to 6 and 1,200.
I don't know if you're the best in the world, but you're certainly one of the best.
Raise 2,000.
Sheikhan giving Jean Robert a taste of his own medicine.
Wow, Shawn, I don't think I can fold this. Two.
And like Phil before him, Jean Robert lays down and sends the chips to Sheikhan.
6 and 12, they said?
Wow, Shawn.
What'd you have, though? What'd you have?
I had suited king of diamonds.
King 5?
King deuce of diamonds.
I was calling you. Same thing with Gavin. Same thing with Grizzle situation. I was calling you.
Oh, but I'm in front?
You're not much in front.
But you can't call. No, this is different.
I was calling you.
You can't call another 9,000.
9? You were going to raise him 14,000 more. Or no, yeah, 10 more. You're right. Only 10, yeah.
9,000. It's 2,000 to call and then 9,000 more.
Wow.
Raising. 3,000.
Sheikhan goes after Phil's blind with 10-3 suited. And Phil quickly calls with Queen 10 suited. Not a bad flop for Phil Hellmuth. He's got the joint.
Bet 4,000.
Sheikhan bets 4,000 with a straight draw.
Raise 4,000.
Raise it to 8,000.
Hellmuth puts in a min raise to 8,000. Sheikhan can't even call the 4,000, lays it down, and Hellmuth picks up a nice pot.
Wow, it'd be so nice to catch a hand. What's it like, Shawn?
Playing bad now.
Our hecklers have quieted down a bit, realizing that there's still $120,000 on the line, and only one of them will win it. Hellmuth limps with an ace from the small blind.
$2,400 more.
All in. I'm all in. What are you rooting for him to do, Sheikhan?
Well, I mean, 20 seconds ago, he looked like he had the best hand. At this point, he looks like he's got the worst hand. That's my vantage point.
I knew he couldn't resist it.
I kind of have to call, don't I?
To be honest, I don't want you to call. That's true.
I know you don't.
I don't want you to call.
Wow. Gosh, I almost just pushed in instead of just... Then I don't have this decision if I had just pushed in.
If you would have pushed, I would have insta-called.
That's not true.
Yes, it's true. It's 100% true.
It's not true. But since you insist it's true, that means I gotta fold.
God, you're so stupid. It was 100% true. I would have insta-called him.
All right.
Jean Robert lays it down, and Hellmuth takes the pot.
Oh, man. I should have pushed on Shawn, and then, wow.
Blinds are at 6 and 1,200, which is terrible news for Jean Robert's 8,000 in chips. Hellmuth in second place with 39,000. Sheikhan in first place with 73.
Check it.
Trip eights for Shawn Sheikhan. Both players checking. Hellmuth spikes a pair of fours on the river.
2,500.
Everything all right there, Shawn?
Good payoff card for Sheikhan as he picks up an extra 2,500.
Bad once again.
Everything all right there, Shawn? God dang.
We started this week with 6 players, including Mike the Mouth Matusow, Sam Grizzle, and Gavin Smith. Now down to just these 3 hecklers. Phil limps from the small blind.
I'm all in.
No kidding.
All in?
And Bellande moves all in with his short stack. He's got an ace-9. Easy fold for Phil, and Jean Robert picks up a much-needed 1,200.
I don't like the way I played that hand. Actually, maybe I played it perfectly. I either have to push.
Blind still at 6 and 12. Sheikhan, Hellmuth, and Bellande in that order.
All in.
All in and call.
Quick all-in and a call between Bellande and Sheikhan.
I need to win a coin flip sometime.
Flippy, baby.
I've won like 3 in my life.
As you see the percentages, this is as close to a coin flip as you can get.
Let's end it on the flop. Just deuce right away. Just kill it right away. Let's just kill my hopes right away. Deuce on the flop, dealer. Let's end this quickly. End the misery. Deuce. There's a king ball, just so I can get rubbed in when the deuce hits on the river.
Jean Robert outflops Shawn.
Here's the
Complaining about that flop?
No, the Mike Matusow deuce on the river. Oh, I got king's full. It's over.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Sheikhan has 2 outs to eliminate Jean Robert.
Looks like it, didn't it? Looks like a no spotter for a second.
That's not one of them, and Jean Robert
5,
doubles
6,
up.
7, 8. You know how sick it is that I laid that in that hand against you, Phil? You'll never believe what I laid down against you. It's such a must call.
You had king high that hand, didn't you? King queen?
No, I had a suited king of spades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had you beat, of course.
I'm sure you did, but it's just I had a must call with the amount of money that was in the pot.
No, I don't think so. But the rest of the world thinks that I give you
9,000?
Well, because of the lineup. If it was
how much you
Daniel
got?
right there, I'm calling.
That's true.
If it was Gavin right there, I'm calling too.
What was your kicker with the king?
It was king 8 of spades.
Oh, it was close.
King 8 of spades. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's kind of a must call, except.
I mean, I was only, what was I? I was only 3-2 favorite.
What'd you have?
Only 60%. I had an ace.
Oh, well. Yeah,
The kicker right near an 8.
I had a must call, and they say I'm supposed to call you.
I'm sure if you could see my hand, you would have called, but.
No, I was supposed to. I saw your hand before you did it. I knew you were going to do that.
King 5 suited for Jean Robert on the button.
Wow, limp. That's advanced.
And pocket 8s for Sheikhan.
Wow.
No cheap look at the flop, says Shawn, as he makes it 5,500 total. Jean Robert ducks out of the way, and Sheikhan picks up the pot.
2 8s.
See my hand?
Nope.
Could have had anything.
What'd you have?
What did I have? Suited king of hearts. I got king baby suited every hand. And king 5 of hearts.
Blinds are at 8 and 1,600. Sheikhan has 76,000 in front of him. Hellmuth with 31,000 and Jean Robert with 13,000.
I don't think you're smart enough to slow down when you have to slow down. I'm all in.
I'm hoping.
All in.
Able to call?
Yeah, I gotta call you.
So an all-in and a call on the first hand of the night.
The 8 was the first card. Dealer, please hit an 8. I need an 8 on the flop, thank you.
You're in pretty good shape here, buddy.
I like me. I like me, but I'm very unlucky. I'm a very unlucky
You
individual.
were unlucky. I moved all in one time on your blind all day, and you picked up ace-8. You were unlucky, huh?
We haven't seen the board yet, Phil.
That's true.
You don't know how unlucky I'm capable of being. It's pretty.
It doesn't look unlucky so far.
No, so far it looks pretty good. There's the 8. I like that. There's the 4 also. Wow.
You worried about it now, Bobby?
Yeah, I am.
You're so stupid.
At
least if you lose like
I'm pretty unlucky.
Who cares?
If I lose like a champ.
You're such an idiot.
I think I'm an idiot. Sean, you have no idea how unlucky I am. It's unbelievable. This stuff happens.
If you don't want to win, you're not going to win. You understand
What's that? If I don't want to win,
That's
you think
right.
it's going to change the cards? Sean, don't worry about it. Trust me. If I have ace-8 hold up over ace-4, I'm doing backflips.
Oh, it's close.
Ooh. I mean, it's unreal. Seriously, it's unreal. All right, buddy.
Bobby.
Yeah, what can you do?
Yep, blind over blind.
All right.
The case 4 on the turn sends Jean-Robert Bellande home in 3rd place.
I had a 4th. God, don't let him see that.
Tell me how sickening is it to go out on a hand like that?
Oh, you know, what can you do? He has a must go all in against a short stack like me with ace-4, ace-8. I mean, he kind of got coolered by running into a better hand, and, you know, I guess I got a little bit unlucky, but no, that's poker. You have to be able to handle beats like that again and again and again.
Let's be honest, he deserved better on that one. Although I didn't play it badly, I had to move in with an ace, but
I'm sure
he
it's
deserved better.
No.
Yeah, he did.
The hand played itself. It's just, you know,
But he
not a
deserved
good
better.
result.
It's true.
Not a good result.
Now you were on Survivor. Which one of these guys
Weren't.
do you think is going to survive here?
Oh, well, I mean, you have to like Sean. Sean's got a tremendous chip lead. I just gave Phil a few more chips, but yeah, Sean should be able to pull it off. The blinds are getting up there. They're not too high yet. 8 and 16. They still have a little bit of play, but you have to like Sean from here.
Well, thank you so much. It was great having you. First time on Poker After Dark.
Yeah, it's my
Hope to see you
pleasure.
again.
I'll be back.
Phil Hellmuth has also won a previous appearance on Poker After Dark.
Well, you've been looking for this Phil forever now.
We get things started with the blinds at 8 and 1600. Sheiky's got 76,000 to Hellmuth's 44.
All right.
It's an interesting matchup because I limp a lot and you raise a lot.
Trip queens for Sheiky.
Well, let's see. I know you didn't have anything on the flop. Did the 7 hit you? Huh. All right.
Phil lays down the jack high and Sheiky takes the pot. One double up by Phil would put him in the chip lead, so this match is anything but predetermined. Sheiky on the button and first to act. He raises it up to 4,400 with ace queen.
How much? 44?
Phil defends and we'll see a flop.
Check it.
Check in the dark from Hellmuth.
Check.
Sheiky checks behind.
Check it.
Check.
Neither player has a heart in their hand.
Ace queen.
Checked all the way down, and Sheiky's ace queen holds up to take the pot. There is quite a bit of history between these two. Some of you may recall during season 1 of Poker After Dark when Sheiky and Hellmuth had it out. They've also squared off in the previous Heckler's Week where Shawn Sheikhan won his first Poker After Dark.
There's 1,000 cameras over here.
If he's not showing his cards, maybe I shouldn't be showing mine.
I'm showing every single time.
Oh. Raise 2,000.
Total of 3,600 from Hellmuth on the button was 7-5. And right back over the top for 8K more is Sheiky with ace-10. Hellmuth quickly lays it down and sends Sheiky the button and 3,600 in chips. Definitely not the start Hellmuth was hoping for, being short-stacked against Sheiky in this heads-up match. So far, it's 3 for 3 for Shawn. Another good hand heads up, King 8. Sheiky puts the pressure on, 4,100 total. Hellmuth defends with Queen Jack.
Check it.
Neither player connects with the flop. Sheiky's King High is in the lead. Gut shot straight draw on the turn for Phil. He check folds on the turn, and Sheiky picks up his 4th straight pot.
Buddy, you're running me over, just like earlier today. I'm impressed. Just don't lose like 30 in one hand. I'm impressed. Run me over, huh? Like I'm nothing, huh? Raise, re-raise every hand. Wow.
No raise this hand. Both players flop a 6, Sheiky with the better kicker.
3,000. I have a feeling this match isn't going to last long, Sheiky.
He check calls 3,000. Phil looked like he was going to bet. Instead, he checks.
Check.
I think I got you. 6.
6 what?
Pot number 5 over to Sheiky.
You played good there. You saved all your money because you had to bet and I was going to call you.
Please.
I guess that's the difference between you and...
Please, let's just play. You know, I mean, come on, man. I mean, you've won every pot so far. I let you get away with something to pick you off, and I haven't picked you off. I mean, I'm not going to let you get away with much. Trust me.
Another good hand for Sheiky, this time pocket 4s. He makes it 4,000. Hellmuth lays down the Jack 4. Pot 6 now over to Sheiky.
God dang it all. Come on, man. I mean, I know he's going to raise every hand. I knew that coming into the heads up. Well, how are you going to get away with it? God dang. It's a freaking joke. I'm starting to get steamed up. I might just move in the dark here.
All right.
Hellmuth limps in with deuce 5 suited.
I haven't won one pot, have I?
Sheikhy says run it with jack 4 suited.
Guy doesn't know how to slow down, and you're going to let him win? Come on.
2 pair for Phil. Sheikhy takes a shot at the flop. Phil calls. And a 4th spade on the turn. Neither player has a spade. But that won't stop Sheikhy from betting what looks like 7,000. And Phil lays down the 2 pair, sending a 7th pot over to Shawn.
For you? Because I flopped 2 pair there, so.
You flopped 2 pair?
Yeah, I flopped 2 pair, so.
I was a flush.
I was just wondering if the card was any good because you've won every hand so far. Playing like a maniac, and so I finally decided to let you hang yourself, and you hit the spade right off. This is a joke, this is. I can't take this. Not twice in a row, come on. God. Joke. The guy, idiot, doesn't know how to slow down, and you're gonna let him win every pot anyway. Fucking they play so bad. Has does not know when to stop. You're gonna let him win every pot. Come on. He plays so bad. He doesn't know when to slow down. Gets his money in so bad, and now when I finally have something, 2 pair, you give him a spade, right?
Sheikhy up and over 100,000 in chips.
How he even made it down here is a joke to me. Unbelievable.
Top 2 pair for Phil Hellmuth. He checks to Sheikhy, who takes a $3,000 shot at it.
7,000.
All right, Phil, you got me.
Phil doesn't slow play the 2 pair this time. He makes it 7,000 and picks up his first pot of heads-up play.
You gotta be kidding me.
You won a pot, Philly. You happy now? You don't gotta cry like a little baby no more. For 11-time champion, you sure act like a little baby.
Sheikhy, you're such a weak player, it's a joke. I mean, you don't know how to slow
I mean, you
down.
can't just play poker. You gotta always disrespect me and
I tell
just
the
put me down and stuff like that.
I tell the truth, that's all. I mean, come on. Compared to a blind hand, I have a 9 kicker.
Blinds at 1,500 and 3,000. While we are away, Hellmuth managed to put together a few pots. He's up to 30,000 in chips. Sheikhy with 90,000. Both players check the flop. Sheikhy's king high, best for now. The turn gives Hellmuth a pair of queens. And the river gives him queens full of 6s.
I'll call.
Queen's full.
Hellmuth proudly fires his cards over at Sheikhy and collects an extra 4,000.
I called you a king high, Philly.
Yeah, I believe you.
I did.
I called you a king high, I got punished.
I called you a king high, but you made a pair of kings on the river.
I know, it cost me 20,000, I know.
Button on Shawn.
Raise it.
He's limped in with 8-5 suited, and Hellmuth says raise with ace-queen. Shawn lays it down, and Hellmuth looks to be building some momentum.
Dang, why weren't you stealing my blind that time?
Good job.
He's whittled Shawn's lead down to 2-1.
The queens again? Aces?
I had a big hand. One of my top 10 hands.
One of your top 10 hands?
7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks, queens, kings, aces, ace-king, or ace-queen. And it wasn't 7s, 8s, 9s.
All right.
Hellmuth just limping in with ace-9. He's got Sheiky's queen-9 dominated. Sheiky flops a gut shot straight draw. Hellmuth's ace in the lead. Both players check. Hellmuth takes a shot on the turn and earns the pot with the best hand.
That would have been interesting if you would have raised there before the flop. I'm pretty sure they're sailing all in. Had a big ace. But you know, I've never raced on the button once, right? Not one time, right? I can't deprive you of that option, you know? I mean,
Phil's spirits appear to have improved since winning a few pots. Sheiky, meanwhile, looks to have gone a bit into his shell. He limps in with king-6 suited. Another ace-9 for Phil. This time he'll check it and we'll see a flop.
check it.
Trip 9s for Phil Hellmuth. A king-high flush draw for Sheiky. Sheiky's bet the draw, 5,000 to call for Phil. He raises to 11,000.
Okay.
And Sheiky calls 6,000 more instantly. The 8 improves Sheiky to an open-ended straight draw to go with his flush draw.
17,000.
Hellmuth bets out 17 grand.
I call.
And again, Sheiky calls. Sheiky has 13 outs to make the best hand, and that's not one of them. Phil Hellmuth has quad 9s, the absolute nuts.
$15,000.
Phil Hellmuth is the new chip leader.
God, I'm the worst player. That was such a bad play. I'm embarrassed.
Probably pretty close.
Such a bad play.
Quads.
Did I full house, Phil? Huh?
No, you were live, buddy.
Such a bad play.
You were live. I had ace-9 is what I had.
It was horrible.
Blinds have gone up to 2,000 and 4,000. Phil Hellmuth took the chip lead just before the break. He's got 75,000 to Sheiky's 45. Limp pot. Sheiky flops a gut shot straight draw. Club draw for Phil Hellmuth. Action's checked over to him. He bets 4,000.
I'm all in.
10,000 all in.
Sheiky's made a 10,000 and Hellmuth instantly moves in. Sheiky lays it down and Hellmuth takes a big pot.
God, why I gotta play so freaking bad? Why? He's giving him money. Keep giving him money, Phil. Can't stand it no more. twice. I give you $10,000
You
stack.
save some money. I mean, I limped in a couple of big times. I had big hands on the button just waiting for you.
Damn, I could give you free money.
Shawn limps in on the button with Jack 3 suited. He's dominated by Hellmuth with Jack 7.
Check it.
Hellmuth checks in the dark. Shawn checks behind. Both players check the turn.
Jack.
Jack what?
And both players will chop the end with 2 queens, ace, jack, 9 kicker.
You're in full-blown control, Philly.
Pocket 7s for Phil Hellmuth. He just limps in.
Okay. How much?
Sheiky's made a 10,000 total.
All in.
And Phil puts Sheiky all in.
I'll call.
7s.
I got 2 overcard.
Sheiky's made the call with queen 9 off suit. He'll need help to stay alive.
Wow, you called with queen 9.
Offsuit.
I'm shocked. I guess you were trying to get lucky, huh?
So far, so good for pocket 7s. Not the greatest flop, though.
It's not a bad flop for you, actually. Deuce, please.
And that's exactly why aces and kings counterfeit Phil Hellmuth's pocket 7s.
You just saw it now, Philly?
Oh, God, it's so sick.
That was like a delayed reaction right there.
Oh, I think I want to throw
Give him a 7.
Oh, that just makes me sick. Oh, God, you play so bad, man. How did you make it this far?
I don't know. Lucky.
God, you called it off with queen 9. I want to win,
I want to bust you, beat you, and run over your ass.
Blinds up to 3 and 6,000.
And laugh in your face afterwards.
Yeah, I know you do.
That's the truth.
I know.
So I know. I'm all in.
Sheiky shoves a full 55,000 in with king 10.
Every hand I have it.
And he'll pick 6,000 off of Phil's stack.
I don't think so, Shawn. I think you're getting a little reckless, and I've got some medicine
I
for you.
can't stand it. When I try to play good, I suck. So I'm going to play reckless and get lucky.
I mean, that's not a bad strategy. You'll probably only be 2-3 to 1 underdog when all the money
I'm going to try
goes
to pull
in.
a Gussie on your ass.
No. Gus plays flops, too. When he said
Not like you. You just want to play every hand on flop. All the flops you want to play.
No, I mean, I see you raising every pot. I'm ready to play with you.
I'm all in.
All in.
Wow. It's a bad time to go card dead. Man's trying to give me 40,000. Actually, when I call you and you're in bad shape, it's only going to cost you 45,000.
Sheiky adds another 6,000 to his stack.
Phil, I'm not good with numbers. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Don't you think I know you're moving in with Jack high and Queen high and all that stuff?
I'm all in.
All in.
Third straight all in from Shawn.
Make your move, sonny boy. You're a world champion. Like I said, Philly, if I don't play back and give you free money, you have no prayer against me.
You're such an idiot. I mean, You've raised like 5 out of the last 6 hands, just moved all in. You don't care when you get called and you're like 3-1 underdog. I understand, that's all right. I mean, that's a valid strategy, but no great player plays that strategy, none of them. It's just not, it's not the right move. But hopefully I'm going to pick up a hand and show you
I didn't claim
why.
to be a great player, Philly.
I know that, believe me.
I'm just good enough to beat you every time, though. I'm going to keep my record going.
Well, let's see what happens.
You know what? I'm calling.
You're not all in?
No. You're my friend.
All right, I'm all in then. Let's.
Nice.
All in.
Is that the way it is, Philly?
Phil sticking his neck out with 10 deuce
You
off
nine?
suit. And he takes 6,000 from Shawn.
See? Monkey see, monkey do. You learn from me.
Yeah, I learned from you, all right. I just thought I had the best hand.
I'm sure you did. You didn't deuce 3, did you?
No.
Promise?
Wow, you put me on deuce 3, huh? Are you serious?
I just asked you if you had deuce 3. I didn't put. If I put you on deuce 3, I would have called you, Philly. You know what? I'm going to check this hand blind. Ladies and gentlemen, American public.
No all any?
No. I'm stone cold blind.
No idea what Shawn's hole cards are yet.
I check blind.
Let me see here. I think I have to make some kind of... No, all right.
Wow, what if I had the same 5-4 as last hand? I better peep it. You know what? I want to check blind.
All right.
Still no clue what Shawn has.
Please don't have me nothing.
7-3 off suit for a pair of threes.
Check. I got a pair.
It's good.
No kidding. Should have bet 6,000. He would have called me a king high. Right?
No.
Queen high? You would have called me with?
No, I looked at a 10 and a 4 spotter. So, I thought maybe I had 10, so I was going to let you move all in. And then I had to look back, and it was only a 9.
Felipe, you're a good man, Phil. No matter what who says about you. -6.
Line steady at 3 and 6,000. Shawn Sheikhan with a slight chip lead over Phil Hellmuth.
Once again, it seems like I'm the big blind every hand.
Put it out there earlier, and that's why it seems odd. You check.
Limp pot. Pair of fours for Phil Hellmuth.
That's 6,000. Raised to 15,000.
Sheiky's check raised to 15,000. He has 6 high. Hellmuth lays down the best hand. Nice move from Sheiky earns him the pot.
I guess I should have checked the flop. Maybe I would have turned a big hand.
This week began with 6 players so far. Mike Matusow, Sam Grizzle, Gavin Smith, and Jean-Robert Bellande have been sent home. One of these 2 remaining players will be $120,000 richer.
Check it.
Hellmuth checked in the dark. Sheiky checks as well. His king high in the lead. Hellmuth picks up a gut shot straight draw on the turn. Sheiky bets 8,000 and takes the pot.
It's like a routine with me and him. If I don't give him free money, he's got no prayer against me. We could play for 1,000 hours, 1,000 days, 1,000 years, 1,000 months, 1,000 weeks, just like you said.
You can play me every day, buddy, but I know you don't want to, so don't pretend you do.
I'll play every day, bro.
You want to play me no limit hold'em every day?
No.
No. Okay. Well.
I'll play you poker every day. Do you want to play
and
poker every day?
I'm going to win big, and you're going to win big.
Do you want to play poker every day against me?
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, what do you think I'm afraid of you? I play the 2-4,000, 4-8,000 game. I've been beating them.
Okay. Yeah. He hasn't lost in 5 years, he says.
I didn't say that. I've had very few losses in the last 5-6 months, but so what? Why do I have the feeling something good is about to happen?
Blind still at 3 and 6,000. Sheiky has 84,000 to Hellmuth's 36.
Maybe because I'm an optimist, huh? All in.
I call.
Big trap from Shawn Sheikhan.
Oh! Well, you were going to get it anyway.
You gotta have a damn ace in there, huh?
We were going on anyway, buddy.
Sheiky's in great shape to win his second Poker After Dark title. So far, so good for 2 kings.
No, that doesn't look so good, does it? 3 of hearts would be pretty nice. Wow, that's even better.
Ace of diamonds on the turn gives Phil the lead.
It's not over yet, bud. You might hit this one.
Sheiky can still win the pot with a jack or a king.
Nice hand, Phil.
Thank you. 20.
Tough break for Sheiky, and Phil Hellmuth will double into the chip lead.
This guy beats you over and over again every time.
24. 27. 28,000. 29,000.
Turn the ace on my ass.
Exactly 30,000, right? There's 20. 27, right? 27, 28, 29, 30. Good play, Sheiky. Good play.
You can see the disappointment on Sheiky's face.
You trapped me nicely there, bud. But they were going in anyway, that hand, I think.
I understand.
That's good play. Gotta give you credit. I'm all in.
Damn. That jack comes out. That would have been great TV.
Yeah, I would have just shook your hand. I mean, what can I do? I can't begrudge you for that. I mean, where I go crazy is when someone, the Queen 9 hand, that hand I'd go crazy. If the king's held up, I can't do anything. I'm not looking.
Two to come. Got 3 freaking aces.
Well, you were pretty good shape there.
I was gonna say before the flop, the flop, I was gonna say, instead of kings, let me play ace king. Would you go on for it?
No way, man. I gotta have the bone to hope for, buddy. I'm not rooting for a 4.
I knew ace was coming, I think.
I didn't. I'm all in.
I'll call. I looked at one card.
I hope it's not a deuce.
It's a mystery card. Go ahead. I'll beat you with one card. You need 2 cards, I'll play one card.
You gotta look at it.
No.
I'm not gonna spread it.
No, they have to look at it.
No, hell no.
Okay, I'm gonna look then. You can be
come
surprised.
On. Why you gotta look?
Because I want to know if I'm drawing live or not. I don't want to be rude.
Well, let's see the flop first.
No.
You already beat.
Because you might throw me with aces. So let me just look. I won't
I
tell you.
don't wanna
I
see
won't
it.
tell you. Oh, it's a good hand. I know that. Damn. Well, I know what I'm rooting for and not rooting for anyway. Give me a queen.
It's ace deuce?
What do you mean?
Don't look. If he doesn't want to look.
Just
Oh, they have to do it.
flop out
If they
there.
have to do it for the show, they have to do it for
This
the
show
show.
this is the show. I am the show. Damn it.
Can I leave it like that for now? Thank you.
We still don't know Sheiky's second card.
Phil.
I'm in the lead right now, buddy. Right now, you need help. Give me a deuce and end it.
Hellmuth, the only person that knows the other card. He
Hellmuth's
says
the
he's in the
card
lead,
player.
means Sheiky doesn't have aces, ace-9, or ace-8.
Wow, it's over.
Hellmuth claims
Wow.
Sheiky's drawing dead, which would make him this week's champion.
That was lucky, Sheiky. You had me. You had me with kings. I had to play. In this hand, I just...
Ace, jack, queen, deuce. That's nice. Woo.
Winning ugly, but still winning.
Congratulations, Phil. That's 2 Poker After Dark titles for you. Shawn, you were chip leader, man, for the majority of this thing.
I was.
How frustrating is it?
I'm pretty ticked off, but I'll get over it. Life goes on, and I'll try to come back next time around and beat him again.
Absolutely.
I mean, he had the best hand, 2 big pots. I mean, the kings is a hand I had to play with ace-4 of hearts, but I mean, he played it perfectly. He limped in there to try to trap me.
Knowing you're gonna go all in.
No, I
Knowing you're gonna go all in,
Philly.
Philly. Knowing you're gonna go all in. That's why I
ace.
called. I know you're gonna go all in. Though. It just felt like you're gonna go all in.
Well, I
That's
hadn't
all.
looked yet. So when I saw an ace, of course, I'm moving in.
Right.
And
Well,
I was pretty lucky. In the last hand, I mean, you know, he only had like 35,000 left, and I had, 85, and I just said, I have to have a chance to win this thing. Let me get really aggressive and start to pick up 6,000 when he folds a few hands in a row.
Right.
And if he calls me, maybe I'll get lucky. Well, queen deuce is ugly, but I'm winning ugly, baby.
It wasn't a pretty win, but you won, so congratulations. So Phil Hellmuth got the best of Shawn Sheikhan and became a 2-time Poker After Dark winner. Come back tomorrow night for the Director's Cut, where the players discuss all the key hands from this past week. For Ali Najad, I'm Marianella. Good night from Las Vegas.
Tomorrow on the Director's Cut of Poker After Dark.
I didn't want him to see how I was playing.
I don't want to see
Mike,
your cards.
can
I just
make
don't
a
want.
point? Proper poker etiquette is you're supposed to
know
show
where
your
it is.
hand. 1,000 so the public
Turn your
learns.
hand up, damn it.
Poker After Dark accommodations provided by the South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa, Las Vegas.